right, so we are back now, and if memory serves me correctly, after a night shift on, this is day 3 or day 2 night shift? I think it's day 3 night shift, because we did finish day 2. So we're about doing a day per session, which isn't bad. So we're going to have to ask the characters that could actually do things that aren't, in the hospital and bedridden due to their injuries, what it is that they would like to do with day 4, shift 1. Now, poor Max. So Foxy did you the great favor of not resting on the 4th shift of the 3rd day. She decided to arrest poor Doc Badger, a pawn shop owner, who all he did was comply with everything that was asked of him, gave all the information that was necessary and more, and was also kind about it. For his efforts. Go ahead.
I think you might be exaggerating his attitude slightly. He was a dick, and he was brought to task. That's all I'm going to say. I wasn't even there. My character wasn't even there, but I was watching.
I think he was kind for 2037, which is when this takes place. Remember, so everybody's probably a little bit snarkier in 2037 than they are in 2024, unless you happen to be me, because I'm probably just as. So, unfortunately for us, poor Olsen did not get any rest and did not benefit from, the recovery mechanics that a rest would give him. But did actually arrest, Doc Badger, who is currently in holding on trumped up charges.
Was he not just detained for questioning?
No. Okay, well then let's have Olsen tell us what are your intentions with Doc Badger, given that you didn't play
you're cruel.
I know exactly what to do. It's like,
okay. Fenna could answer that though.
Yeah.
Fenna, what would you like to discuss with Olsen, perhaps? Somebody press the button on Fenna. I think somebody
I missed who's that. So just recharging in the sun. The idea of picking up my KIA and saying, Olsen, did you get any sleep last night?
I look at him like haggard face right there, like no. Does it look like I have sleep? I've been up all night handling this stuff.
You look like shit. Why don't you take some well needed, and I'll go and see the 2 invalids and find out what we're doing next.
All right. Well, send me a message about what's going on, and basically she will probably go to like a couch in one of the offices and just slump down, throw like a paper over their face, and just nod off and just snoring. You can look like everybody's, God, she snores loud.
God, I love her.
Mm-hmm.
So Fenna is going to jump into her spinner, which still exists because it wasn't blown up by the airstrike from the airborne rangers or whatever the hell that was, and is going to go to the hospital to see her injured associates.
Okay, I'm going to say, while that's happening, first thing in the morning, prior to Fenna arriving at the hospital, both Percival and Willem, and first of all, you had a very restful night. It's almost like, you were sedated for the whole evening and slept through really well. You do hear a kind of a little bit of a ruckus outside your room, and it starts off with something like this. I don't care whose circumcision he's attending at the moment. I want the best doctor on my detective and the best engineer on the officer next to him as well. I won't stand for anything less. Go see to it and get it done now. And that probably, did more injury to your rest time activities than I think what was intended behind the sentiment of that conversation. And in comes Holden.
Deputy Chief Holden.
Deputy.
Oh, him
Holden.
again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's going to come in, and first thing he'll do is he'll go over to Percival and look at you and say, "Hey, Trooper, how you holding in there?"
I'm fine. I had some restful sleep, but this hole seems to be peeling up all right. I heard some mention about circumcision outside. I kind of lift up my blankets, like, okay, yeah, I just want to make sure they got me in here for the right thing.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that. They're not doing microscopic surgery on you at this point, so everything should be fine. Tell me something. You have a lot of good friends at Dispatch. I went over all the audio. They seem to really care about you. You got some good friends there. That's nice to see. I'm glad you're integrating well with the rest of the officers. That's gonna be noted down in your report, in the report about you and on your record. So you feel you'll be up to duty in about another a week or so, it says here, correct?
Yeah, whenever you need me, Chief, I'm ready. And once the boss here, I kind of motion over to Novak. Once the boss is out of here, I'm going to be ready to go.
Oh, Bob,
you can count on me.
Oh, old Novak, he'll be resting here way longer than you, I'm sure. He's doesn't quite repair as quickly as somebody younger and more robotus as you do. Robust is the word I was trying to say, of course. And after that, he'll move over to Willem and say, you know what? The younger ones, they always recover quicker, don't they?
They sure do. You know what? Twice. 2 visits. I'm starting to think you might actually give a shit.
Well,
Chief.
Wouldn't want to say that specifically, but and you know what? He'll kind of, look at something on the floor, and he picks up something that he found on the floor, and he looks at you kind of quizzically and says, "You planning to go somewhere?" And he says, "I don't think." I don't really think you'll be, sorry, let me just get this here.
Okay.
Hopefully people see that.
Cool.
I don't think you'll be traveling for a while, so if you had other plans with the extended R&R that you're going to get to make up for your lost vacation days, I really don't think that those plans, I mean, let's just say I hope you got travel insurance so you can cancel those plans without losing a deposit for your, obviously, for the health reasons.
So I'm looking down at this leaflet. I guess the nurse must have dropped it or something.
I see. All right, well,
Can I
listen.
my plans may be changing. And I'll hold out my hand, see if he hands me the leaflet.
He'll put it on the desk beside you and say, "Listen,
Okay.
I brought you some of this, and it's you could tell the same paper cup that they have at the office, at the police station. This lousy coffee." He says, "I'm just gonna put this down here for you as a reminder about how good you have it here compared to being back at the office. At least you don't have to drink that swill. Listen, you take care of yourself. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. I'll decide by the end of the day what I'm going to be doing with this investigation. By tomorrow, I should know who will handle it in your stead.
No, I'll handle it, Chief.
Listen, you're gonna stay here and rest. You're gonna listen to everything the doctor said. I won't have anything about it. And you know what? With the mayor breathing down my neck, this is a good opportunity for me to tell him, look, we had something with the officers, and we're gonna have to spend some time to sort it out. Give me at least overnight until I have to make a decision. Anyways, rest up well, and I'll check up on you every couple of days. Hang in there.
And that's very kind of you, Chief. But honestly, I'm more than ready.
Yeah, he looks down at you.
Yeah, he doesn't look ready at all.
Listen to the stitches.
You tell them, boss. We're ready to go when they need us.
Yeah.
It's my case.
Well, you still have team members that will stay for continuity on it, no matter who we give it to. Yeah, Fenna and Olsen are still going to be able to, stay on the case. You just worry about getting better.
Chief, it's my case.
Yeah, your case, but you're in the hospital gowns, and he'll, wrap the locker that's beside there. He says, your civvies are in there. You're still dressed in a hospital gown. You get better. And with that, he'll head out. And as he heads out, Fenna seems to be walking in at the same time. And, so Chief Inspector Holden goes, Fenna, that's nice. You guys, such a tight team. You're back already the second day. This is,
good to see you.
Good to see you, yeah.
Listen, Chief, I wanted a quick word. I was going to come and see you.
Well, I think my lungs are feeling better, actually. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, well, see, this is what getting outside does for you. Did you take that round of golf yet?
Yeah, I did, but I need a new set of golf clubs now. That was the result of taking up golfing. It's a frustrating sport. Good to take the frustrations out, though. Yeah.
Listen, Chief, Novak's going to be a while, right? I mean, he took it bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, he's lucky to be alive. Like, I mean, he must be a cat. That must have taken at least, 2-3 out of his 9 lives, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I don't... Listen, I want to stay on the case, Chief. We're getting somewhere. These we rattled them. Whatever that shot us. We need to find out who they are. We need to know who they are. Have you got any idea who was called in? We need your help, Chief. We need to get them. We need to find out who it was, and we need to bring them down. We can't do this to Novak. We can't do this to our own.
No worries yet. 100%. We're looking into it, and I'm gonna find somebody really good to take over this case. And to lead you guys, and I'm sure together you will find it. Although I do have to think, I think whoever it was might have rattled you a little bit harder than you did them. But if you call that progress, then yeah, you're making progress. You got attacked. That's great. Good work.
What a lovely pep talk.
Yeah, Fenna's just like standing there looking at the Chief.
Dismissed. And he'll walk down. And as he does, well, Novik and Percival are already up as you enter the door.
I go in.
You see,
Novak,
Willem is kind of
Percival.
looking into this cup of coffee, smelling it. Kind of thinking of it.
I kind of figured Novak's probably gotten so used to it, he probably doesn't quite mind it anymore. Maybe. He's that old, people.
Maybe it was brought to you for a reason.
It was. So yeah, kind of staring into this cup, thinking, kind of grapes maybe, yeah, fruit basket or something, but cup of coffee from the police station.
At least it's not a donut.
Yeah, I mean, it's cold, right?
It's cold. It's very cold. It might be from yesterday. Who knows?
Okay, yeah. I mean, it'll be difficult to tell. So,
Yes.
Yo. Yeah, you watch Fenna, she walks towards you and she says, "Do you want me to spill that down your front for you, or will you do it yourself?"
very funny. You know what? I don't know how many gets any fucking rest in this place.
You don't. That's how you get better, because they want you out so quickly because you hate it so much. It's amazing.
Yeah. Gotcha. I'll knock back the coffee.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll look at the cup. I said, "Did the chief bring that for you?"
Yeah, I mean, was it like half full? I mean, that's what I should have asked. Is it like half full? Is there a cigarette that's been put out in it?
Well,
And he
let's
actually
just say,
didn't know where to put it, so he just
Because-
thought, "Oh, I brought you this."
because you're an optimist, I could say it wasn't half empty.
Okay.
Maybe they got some tech in it. Maybe it's going to, like, you know, nanites or something in your spleen and get you put back together again real quick.
Oh, I mixed up the cups for Percival and well, damn.
Percival, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Have they what have they dusted the lab yet? What the hell happened there? Met with that reception committee.
Our guys were on it. We've not been told much. We've been laid low. Chief is just like he's not with it. Something's not right. He's not with it at all. He looks old.
He's gonna assign
this-
the case to somebody else.
This sucks. We got ambushed and now we're laid up here and we got to get back to that lab. There's good evidence there. I think that's gonna help us.
Yeah. Lilith lab. It was just bullets everywhere. No, what?
They must have been looking for something, right? They weren't waiting for us.
Memories. That's what that place deals in. They must have been looking for memories. Whose memories?
I mean, it could have been anybody's, but
Well, did they
We were
know
there.
specifically we were gonna show up?
well, we were there asking questions about Leia's memories just that day, weren't we?
Yeah, and boss, you got the you were the one that was dispatched, right, for all of us to come out, our specific group.
We were called out just because we were the last ones to have visited. I don't think there's anything to that. I mean, if anybody was trying to ambush us, then I don't know, maybe.
But they blew up my
Olsen's-
spinner.
Yeah, they blew up Olsen's as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of Olsen, she's sleeping. Had a rough night, but she recorded this message for you.
Olsen, go ahead. Tell us the recorded message. Narrate it for us.
You vicious buggers.
Probably just simple messages with the information I've received from night. Like, pretty messed up, not sleeping well. I hope you guys are not dead yet. We're gonna still need your help, and hope we get to see you guys walking soon because I know I'm not doing this all alone.
Yeah, that's Olsen, all right.
But we're rooting for you. We're rooting for you both. We need you back on. We need you back on. You get better. Can you not get them to hurry up your healing or something? It's not, you know, with the meds, just stitch it up, get some super glue on it. Isn't that what they do? Just glue it back together and get back up and walking. We need you.
I mean, that's kind of a good point. Can we just discharge ourselves at any point?
Will you tell me what you want to do? So
Because
the
obviously-
lockers with all of your equipment
Yes.
are.
Yeah, where's our
I
stuff?
mean, Holden was very. Your civvies are in there.
It was. I mean, he did, you know, and you're wearing, you're
Yeah.
wearing that funny ground that makes your back end feel cold when you walk.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can't get out of bed. Not while Fenner's standing there. She'll have to turn around. Yeah. So I'm gonna sit up. And see how I'm feeling.
Well, let's have a roll for it then. Let's make it a force roll to see how you're feeling. Since you're trying to get yourself up.
Oh,
Yeah,
And I'll watch his roll to decide then if I'm gonna try it.
I mean, force. I'd say force or stamina, but I guess, but
Oh yeah,
they're both,
is
both
force a
bad.
stamina-based roll? It could be stamina for sure.
Yeah, I might try
Stamina's
stamina. I mean, yeah.
I like it. Let's roll with stamina.
Okay. Not very
Jake,
good
while
at it.
he's doing that, since we've rested, does that adjust our health number at all?
Yes, I believe it's 1 and 1.
I think I'm rolling a disadvantage.
Each
for the
2 and 1 for Fenna.
Okay.
Or Percival.
Oh my!
Oh, Percival,
God.
right? Well, oh, very nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
You know what?
I'm rolling a disadvantage, but
You were very impressive at that fight yesterday. I mean, you the way you knocked that guy's teeth out with the bullets and stuff. And
that wasn't me.
Oh well.
I shot him in the gut.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, because you're more. Yeah,
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
survives a gut shot
Exactly.
or a pierced heart. I mean, you know that already.
2 pierced hearts, I'll have you know. Yeah.
Twice
yes, I-
scorned in love.
I know. Poor Billy. Yeah. So I'm gonna sit up on the edge of my bed. I don't know if Percival is objecting or anything like that, but I will ignore him if he is.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling inspired. So with the sight of that, I fling back my bed sheets, and I'm gonna try to sit up and.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's give a good stamina roll. We'll see if they actually had engineers
And he
work on you
does
or
look at
human
that.
doctors.
Go
They
team.
may have had engineers. Absolutely, yeah. You're,
Yeah.
it must be the effect of the drugs that they're giving you for healing. The stimulants and stuff.
This is it. It's because we're on so many painkillers right now.
I'm
where
sure
we-
after 4 hours of non-treatment, you guys are going to collapse.
we're going to be absolutely fine, of course.
Yeah.
No, we was recovered by then. Yeah.
Take it easy.
So I guess I walk around to my locker. Did Percival have his skin job?
Percival has his stuff also in his locker as well.
No.
You can also increase your health and
circumcision.
resolve. Oh, I see. Yeah, you know what? I'm very curious. Beside your bedpost, somebody left you a cocktail. I don't know why.
Oh.
My gown is lying a little flat in front.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into my locker.
The terrain's been lowered. Yeah, hopefully our stuff
somebody to
is there.
kiss the
Remember,
boo-boo?
boss. No, that's quite okay. Novak, boss, remember too. I have your KIA. Remember, because after you tossed it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so
I mean, you wouldn't have had a chance to have a look at that, would you? So.
yeah, I was looking at it while we were engaged with the combatants.
Oh,
I'm
bless you.
focused. I'm eager that way. Eager to please.
Awesome. Did you fix it?
I may have. Thinking that I'll just hand you mine since mine works, and I'll take the broken one.
No. I know.
Hell no.
No, we can't do that. There's,
Oh, you got the dent
these-
out that I did in 1976. That's amazing. Good work.
So yeah, I'm gonna get dressed.
Jake, while the curtains are drawn and the dressing is being done, can I go and find a nurse or some medical professional? And can I speak with them about something I need to speak with them about?
Well, you're in a hospital and it is government funded, so probably no.
Speak for yourself. I'm in the UK.
Yes, you can.
I
We're all into American politics.
I go to the nurse's station.
Yeah.
And I say, my boss is going to be getting out of here today.
Who's your boss?
Roommate.
Roommate. Let me see. Yeah. She looks at you and starts laughing. Sorry, you've been sadly misinformed.
We need something to help him get out and get all right for the next few hours. We just need 12 hours. That's all, and we've got it wrapped up. He's on a really important case, and he has to do it. We need something. We need you to dispense something that will keep him going and not let him fall apart, like literally, because he's got a big hole in him.
I think you want to be addressing Jimmy downtown at the corner between Main and 3rd.
No.
What do you mean? I'm not.
We need some cocktails of something for him. We need painkillers, pain suppressants, anything like that. Anything you can give us just to keep him on the go.
Okay, so I will, because I think that this is an excellent mechanic and an excellent idea. You can go ahead and you can make a connections roll, and that can be your roll for this scene to see if you can get stimulants, legal or otherwise, to help.
Could it be manipulation?
I suppose if you're trying to get it from the nurse, it could.
I suppose, yes, it could be. Yeah, we could do that. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
whichever
go.
one's a higher base die. Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
No.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Wow. So she goes, look, I'm probably not supposed to do this, but I promised to have him back here every night at least. I'll let the doctors know he had to go to the bathroom or something, but you get them back, you keep them safe. They're doing
we'll do that.
Important work.
Of course, I appreciate that. I'm glad you understand. We keep the city safe.
And she gives you a couple of band-aids.
Have you not got anything stronger? Gaffer tape.
Yeah, you get a couple of pills, blue ones.
The good stuff, thanks.
Exactly.
I go back in to roommate.
Now, just remember, do not give the blue pills to anybody who recently underwent circumcision.
Oh, I think Mark, you're out of that one.
That's okay. As long as you got some extra gauze, I should be good.
Super
Excellent.
glue is always good.
Guys and gals, let's get going.
Yay.
So you guys are up.
You've achieved that, yes, and you will, after the 4-hour period, be able to administer them, and they will have an extra shift out of that. So, very good for you.
And the bonus is you can always arrest the nurse after the case is closed.
Entrapment!
You sold me drugs to a cop.
Sorry, real quick. So the KIAs, are those specific to an officer, or they're just?
No, specific to, yes. This is equipment that is given out from the LAPD.
Okay, yeah, because I'm gonna hand the functional one to Novak.
Okay.
I'll take the busted one. I'll try to work on it while we're on the case.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Sure. That sounds about right. For the way that we follow the rules here at IMT anyways.
Yeah, remember this in my performance review, boss.
Aiding and abetting, breaking out prisoners from. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, go ahead.
So, we're going to exit the hospital. I'm taking that leaflet that
Okay.
Holden found with me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Shimego Dominguez Corporation, they are a company that arranges off-world travel then? Is that the deal?
Yes, correct. They have transports and stuff, yes.
Are we in shift 2?
We will, depending on how the conversation ends, we will go into shift 2. I wanted to give you guys a chance to discuss, but yes, we will be going to shift 2. So based on what Willem is discussing now with his crew, we'll see what you do for shift 2.
Okay, so you guys, I guess Novak doesn't know that you guys visited Doc Badger's previous evening. Or have you told him?
We were mentioning it as we're walking down the corridor. I'll be briefing you as we walk down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you arrested him, you say?
Yeah. Listen, we were a bit pissed. Olsen wasn't in a very particular good frame of mind, and it was probably better to arrest him than have Olsen put a bullet through his head. We wanted something. Listen, he could be useful. He's got some technology that might be helpful. He might even be able to advise on some of the tech. I don't expect Lilith is going to be talking to us after what's happened, but we might have somebody there that understands a bit of this. He might be a good technical contact for us.
Okay. I think we should probably take a look at the lab. We need to speak to Lilith, find out if anything was actually taken. Do you and... I'm trying to think. I mean, you guys can go do that if you want. If you want to go speak to Lilith, see if you can find out whether anything was taken, and if so, what it was. They were clearly looking for something. They weren't there just to ambush. I can't believe they were there to ambush us. That'd be crazy.
Lilith is a fairly despicable human. I can't particularly say that I have very favourable opinions of her after our last encounter. I wouldn't be surprised. She certainly doesn't really count us as being any more than tools. You know, she refers to us as no more than blasters in your pocket. She really doesn't understand. She's just
okay.
She's work shy, but
well, get Olsen to talk to her then.
yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, what can Percival be up to? Look, we know that the power went down around the labs, the memory labs, right? Last night. You can go back to the station and take a look, see if there's any record of when that occurred, and if the reasons for it happening were suspicious.
Yeah, sure thing, boss. I'll get down to the station and also see if those monkeys I work with, if they've gone in and do what they were supposed to overnight.
Okay.
Hopefully somebody dusted the place, and maybe I'll see what I can find out.
Sure. Good man.
And I look at Fen and I said, take care of him. Make sure that he's okay.
He'll be all right.
Point at Novak, yep. Then I head out. I limp away.
No drinking while you're on antibiotics. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And then I walk down the street because I have no spinner, and so I kind of limp down, walking towards the station.
Yeah, okay. You can grab a metro cab to the station without any issue. So let's bring Olsen into this as well, since it sounds like we are going into a shift 2 of day 4 of a 2-day 8-shift adventure. And let's Olsen, what is it that you are going to be doing? And you could also have been in communication back and forth with Willem to decide.
Oh yeah.
But
do I recover any health or resolve from?
Yeah, one and one. And and if you have any leads that you wanted to pursue, that you wanted to recommend or bring up to Willem, you could do that at 2, or you could just discuss what you're going to be handling next.
Well, so I know Novak and Fillion is going to go check out the lab, or they're talking to Lilith.
No, I want you and Fenner to do that.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fine. Is
Fenner.
that yes, if you guys are taking out one, I can request get a spinner and meet Fenner somewhere and give her a ride to the lab.
So Fenner's got her spinner. Olsen lost hers in the attack, and Percival lost his. So Novak and Fenner still have spinners, but
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably just request to get a new spinner and just head out where meet Fenner over at the labs.
I guess you'll. between the four of you, you have 2 spinners left at this point, so you can each, go in pairs, and that's fine.
Okay.
I'll pick you up at the station, Olsen.
All right. I'll let you know. It's like, yeah, I come in there. Like, I'll have a coffee ready for you.
It's really popular.
Kind of get Lilith Labs on the phone as I'm going towards the station in the spinner. Is there anything I can vid call her from? Can I reach her?
I'm gonna say you can try to do so, but before we do that, let me just find out from Willem and Percival what were you going to do, because we'll maybe take care of, depending on who's doing what, we'll take care of it.
Well, I need Percival to kind of go back to the precinct to conduct his investigation.
Yeah, I was-
the power outage and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I was gonna head back and check with forensics and whatever information I can get.
Yeah, he can take my spinner, right?
Yeah, but then what are you doing?
I like public transport.
I see. Okay, and where will you be going?
A man of the people.
Yeah, so I just say I don't know if it's keys or whatever. I just give Percival the authorization to take my spinner. I say I'll meet you back at the precinct. I've got something I need to do first. And you got my KIA. This is yours, right?
Yeah. Oh no. That's that's yours now, boss. I'm take it. This one's good. I'll have it patched up before he can say my name. It's all good. Come on, we got work to do.
No, it's fine, honest. And I hold out his KIA to him.
No, that's fine. You go ahead and take it. You need it. We got to make sure you're in contact with us. I'm good.
Okay. There's a look of irritation on Novak's face
Somebody doesn't want to be
hide it
praised.
particularly well. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, boss. Did you really want the? My mistake. I'm a little rusty. I'm quite unsure of the protocol.
I mean, mine still kind of works. It's just not. It's a bit iffy, right? Because of throwing it at the wall. But, yeah. So
Plausible deniability. It was on the fritz.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I'm past my probation period.
I just say, look. Does I mean, I don't know. Does Percival look a little hurt as that happens, or does he look a little concerned or worried? Jerome.
No. I don't show anything. I mean, I've got to remain stoic and strong. Novak's counting on me. The Force is counting on me. So
yeah.
All the weakness is just bottled up inside. He'll have a meltdown, on his way back to the station, the precinct.
I mean, I'll kind of, as I step away, I look back at Percival, and I just kind of say, "Look, it's okay, kid. It's not a problem. I'll just need mine. It's fine." And I'll just walk away.
Well, I hand it to you first before you walk away.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of hoping you'd already done that. Because
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so as I'm going to walk away, and I'm going to start using this. The KI is like a data pad as well, isn't it? So
yeah.
The screen's probably a little cracked and perhaps is a little bit messed up, but I'm going to be looking for some information on Shimigo Dominguez Corporation.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I have a good handle on what everybody is doing. So Fenna and Olsen are heading back to Lilith Memory Lab. Willem is looking up the company on this travel brochure.
Yeah. Is there an office nearby? Is what I'm kind of looking for.
Yeah, you can get information and either find a place to call or go to an office nearby during the shift and get all this information.
Okay.
Speak to somebody in person. And while you're doing that, we will proceed to Fenna and Olsen, who are heading to the memory lab. And as you arrive at the memory lab, everything there is it looks a little bit more normal now. So there is electricity, there is light. You're able to ring on the doorbell, and as you do, you hear Terry from inside saying, "Get the police! Who's that? Call the police right away!" And what do you answer to that doorbell?
I look at Fillion, kind of like pull out a badge and it's like, "We are the police. We're here to actually
Come in quick!" And the buzzer goes off, the doors open up, and you see Terry on the floor. Now we should probably pull up the lab, which is where everybody was last time. And everybody sees the lab. So you see Terry on the floor. He's just on the, like, he's looking kind of like, oh my God, she shot my leg. She shot my leg. Lilith hasn't responded. And you see his leg is kind of off, like it's obviously shot, but in such a way that, like, part of it is like, down the floor, and it's just, he's completely immobile and sparking and frizzing and stuff. She just came in. I didn't let her in. I didn't let her in. She got in with her own iris scan let her in.
Who shot you?
Leia shot me. She went in to see Lilith. She headed towards the memory lab. I haven't heard anything. I heard shots.
How long ago was this?
I've been trying to get help. I haven't been able to communicate. It's been tough.
I like, as he's talking this through, I pull up my KIA and basically send an information. Like, "Hey, we need a med unit this way now."
Okay, med unit is on the way. So while this is happening, go ahead and Percival, you were trying to head out to find out more information about the blackout and everything else. So it's still too soon. Ongoing investigation. But you would probably, at least because you have a working KIA, get the message that of what was found at the memory lab. For those in the party without perfectly good working KIAs, maybe they don't get that message while they're doing their own investigative pursuits. And we'll move over to that in just a moment. And that might kind of cut your investigation short as you take the second spinner and try to get down to the memory lab. However, not before likely Fenna and Olsen finish their investigations there. So why don't you go ahead and tell me what you're doing and where you're going from there. And I could put icons on the map for you. You could just tell me where you're going based on what you see. If you do indeed see that screen now, I'm not sure if I could.
The memory lab.
Yeah, you should be in there. If you're not there, I'll kind of try.
I'm still out in the hallway after my little receptionist chair ride. Let's see. Can I move? There we go. Nope, I can't move myself. Let's see. Oh, I can't. Oh, here we go. I can move myself. I will reposition myself outside the doors. There we go. Okay, so I did not make it back to the station, correct? I got the message in transit and...
No, I'm going to say you made it to the station and didn't find anything there, so it would only be Fenna and Olsen investigating now. You know, and what could go wrong? I mean, last time you were here, you know, all four of you were able to handle yourselves admirably well against everything that was there. So why let 3 people go to do a job that 2 people can do alone just fine?
All right. Well, I am the forensic lab guy, so I'm not going to be much help. I come in, and do I see the woman sobbing, or what do I see as I come through the door?
Okay, so you know you're there with Fenna, Olsen, and Percival are all there, and
Yeah.
You do see Terry.
Terry.
Shot in the leg. He is engaged with Fenna and Olsen now, talking to them, saying that Leia came in unannounced. She was able to somehow, you know, bypass the Iris security or use her own Iris to get in, which really it should only have been Lilith that was able to do that, and you know, and himself obviously. She shot him in the leg. He is immobile and kind of, you know, not working well. He's in distress, you know, from having a lot of his components, you know, hurt, destroyed, and that he heard further shots from inside the memory lab after Leia went in, and hasn't heard anything. And it's happened, you know, we'll say maybe half hour, 45 minutes ago. He's been trying to struggle and help. You could see the phones ripped out of the wall in the room, and he's been, you know, trying to do his best, but he's just been immobile. He's gonna really have a bad memory from this.
All right. Yeah, so I shuffle my way across and catching all this, and so no one else is around. It's just Terry who's been shot. We don't see anyone else.
Yeah, you don't see anybody else. No, normally, I mean, this place is an industrial area that's kind of almost, it's not abandoned, but there's not a lot of occupancy in these buildings in this part of town. So, you know, this memory lab is one of the working operations in this area. It's quite large, but it's really, you know, only Terry and Lilith, sorry, that have that work in here normally. You know, other when they have to invite guests in and have meetings and, you know, discuss different, you know, memory lab business with potential clients. I mean, it's quite an impressive place on the inside.
Yeah, when it's not being shot up. Yeah, so I just shuffle in and show up, and it looks like I got here just in time. I heard about what's the shooting. I heard something about Leia. Waiting to see what Fenna and Olsen are gonna do.
Well, I said, is Lilith down the main way we met her before, the memory core, which is to the left, like going down?
You don't know where Lilith is. She hasn't responded to Terry's calls.
So is there like a security terminal with like cameras or something we can look it over, see if they might figure out where she's at?
No, there's no cameras in here that you see.
We asked Terry. Wait, Terry. Oh, hey, Percival.
Hey.
Terry, where is where were we expecting her to be? Where would Leia find her?
Oh, most of the time she's in the memory lab, the dome itself, working and crafting and.
And there's no other way to look in there without going through the door, right?
You are clearly an astute investigator.
I'm impressed that you can be sarcastic with only one leg.
Well, at least you know you say you have a look up on him. So Terry, I was like, he's pointing right and left. It's like left is going back to the memory core, right?
Yeah. We should probably go carefully. Who knows what Leia's up to?
Yeah, pull up
cool.
the gun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
PPD.
Yeah. Percy, I don't know if you want to stay behind us or stay with us. That's on you.
I stuck around long enough. I'm helping out. I'm kind of shuffle along. I'll keep pace. Don't wait for me.
Slowly going through, watching down the hallway.
As you head down the hallway, you can hear very loud noises of gunfire and shouting and screaming.
Yeah, someone's pissed.
Explosions even as well, every now and then.
Ooh. Okay, do we hear it from going straight down toward the left?
Yeah, you hear it going from straight down. It is coming from the memory lab itself, that big domed area.
Okay, so is this door open at point or is it closed?
It's closed. You can open it. They that one. Yeah, they auto close. We'll say so. You can open it easy.
Yeah, I'd hit whatever the button's in, kind of tilt my head in, gun, kind of like right at the ready and see what I see inside.
Yeah, you hear it even louder, but the inner doors are closed. There's nobody in this office.
All right, so I run over to the right side of it, or open the door, right side of it, and just get over there.
All right.
It's not letting me through. There you go.
Oh, it isn't. Yeah, I think it treats walls very aptly.
So yeah,
Yeah, doors are still closed, but you can definitely hear noise coming from in. It's fire. There's gun firing. There's explosion. There are multiple people in there screaming and yelling.
okay. So I look over Fillion and give a count of 3. Open the doors and a shot. I was like 1.
Yeah, so I open that door and let Olsen look in that side.
Yeah, so I opened that side and I tilt my head.
Okay, and Percival, are you where you are on the map, meaning checking out the conference room?
Well, as I was going to say, as I'm shuffling down, I'm looking, checking back over my shoulder behind, see if anyone's up in this direction, and then giving a quick visual on these conference rooms. But yeah, I can proceed down here, so I'm in a direct line of fire if you want.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I just want you in the same zone for grenade effects.
Shut the door and they're like, grenade.
I'm just asking because I want to make sure you're happy with your placement. That's all. I think you're playing this game.
The grenade jumped behind the door, behind the desk.
Yeah. No, I'm through. You know what? We'll say, since I am technically shuffling, we'll say that I'm right about here. So yeah, I can get some secondary effects if you want.
Sure. Excellent.
It's so
All right.
accommodating.
So on 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Pop the doors open. Tilt my head to the side. See what's in
Everybody,
there.
do not roll initiative. What you see in there is not the memory lab, but you see a spacious hall with golden sunlight beaming through. It is seeming very dark. There are sandy vistas outside, and through this hall, through the windows in the hallway, you could see gunfire emanating from outside the hallway, and you can hear shots being fired from that area.
Ooh.
I look at Fillion. Is this like real gunshots or is this a memory using?
I don't fancy trying to find out. Do you think we could switch it off? And I turn round.
Is there like a off button somewhere?
Is there anything? Look around the room. Is there any control panel or anything in this room?
You're not in the room.
In the room that we're in.
No, not the room that you're
Outside.
in. You continue to hear more gunshot. More people are screaming just around the corner.
Do we remember from the visit where the control panels were? Like right or left on the inside of the room?
On the inside of the room, you see them to the southern area to the left.
Okay, down there.
Say
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're more tech savvy than I am, I'll keep you covered as you like see if you can shut it off.
Yeah, so like, you know, Fenna knows her place, and she takes the step into the memory lab, but knowing fine well that it's not going to be a particularly great time for her. She keeps her hand physically on the left of the wall, and she traces her hand down as she walks around at the left, following despite what her eyes see, her hand senses well, hopefully anyway, that's her plan.
Yeah, and as you do walk in, the vista kind of changes a bit, and as you're going down and you're feeling it, you could see the corridor kind of moving as if you're going around and looking, and you get to the point where you see what looks like Sarah Tyrell being shot and on the ground, bleeding, a small young female, only you know that it's not Sarah Tyrell. It is actually from the memory. And as you go and you turn off that memory, the lab is bathed, is now in darkness. It's completely dark. The gunfire is stopped. The animation's stopped. Everything is stopped. But it's dark. You can't see a thing. I'm going to say that, Olsen, from where you are, with the light shining in, towards the end of the corridor, that inside the hall in the darkness, you see some sort of bundle on the floor. It's a form. It's a shape. There's something shiny reflecting off the floor near it.
Okay. I wouldn't have anything like a flashlight or something similar to that.
Of course you would.
So I pull that out, click it, and shine it down to where it is, because I'm not getting inside that room until I really see what.
From your flashlight, from the sign, you see a mass of hair sticking out from this mass on the ground. There's a shiny, liquidy sheen to it, pooling around the area, and right underneath this shamble of hair, and you see other odds and bits that look organic.
Does it look like blood, or is it?
Could be blood. Is there a check you'd like to do? I mean, you're quite far away from the area, and you're just shining your flashlight on it, and it is kind of dark in the room because lights haven't been turned on yet.
Maybe a medical
lights
aid.
Haven't been powered on yet. Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe a medical aid.
I would give you medical aid if you were closer. I think this is
Okay.
more of an observation if you're looking for something,
Okay.
or looking to observe something.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
It's clearly a body. Somebody's been shot just from the angle on the floor as you're looking for it. You know, you see the mass of the body behind it, and you see a head. You see the hair, and you see blood. And probably brain matter.
Yeah, I yell over Philly, and basically, they probably could see my flashlight shining into the room, and I'm like pointing out that direction. It seems like a body's right there. Pull out your flashlight and make sure there's nobody else in here.
I sweep the room.
Nobody's in the room.
All right, so I slowly get out and basically have my gun out and slowly get where the body's like right about here, right?
Yeah, we can call it there. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm moving right here slowly, looking around and getting close to the foot of the body and see if I can get a better recognition about who it is.
And you find the body of Lilith Tyrell,
Oh,
deceased.
fortunately, this one's dead.
And let's cut away now to Detective Novik for his, while that is all running.
Yeah, so I guess I'm walking through the streets, and I'm sending a message to the number that I'd received a message from just a few hours ago, I guess. Well, probably a day or so. And he just, I'll just message. You were there last night, weren't you?
When a reply comes, I will let you know.
Oh, okay. And when no reply comes, I then message. I can help you. Just let me know where you are. Don't do anything stupid. Is that a bit meta?
The best advice is the advice that's given in time, right?
It's
Oh,
like-
right.
Timing is
Yeah.
absolutely everything.
Yeah. And I'll,
So you do find a travel agency of Chimango Dominguez Corporation.
yeah, I guess the question would be, are there many of these scattered around the city, or is there one kind of office that people would go to, is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, but they may have several, and maybe a couple of kiosks and
The chances
you
of me
know, more
arriving at the-
information and tourist agents and stuff like
Okay.
that. But yes,
So I'm going to go into the... I'll find whichever one's nearest,
sure, yes.
and I kind of head into that. And I'll head up to the desk.
Oh, you don't look so good. Are you sure? You sure you're supposed to be here? Is everything okay, sir?
And I take my badge out.
Oh,
Yeah.
detective. Sorry. You know, how is this some kind of bust?
Well, it depends. Are you doing something wrong?
Absolutely not. Never.
Then it's not a bust, is it?
I guess it's not very impressive. How can I help you?
Easy, Tiger. I'll call up the picture of Layla on my KIA and say I'll hold this out. I was wondering if maybe you or your colleagues may have seen this person within the last, 48 hours.
No, not from memory. We do handle a lot of people. We don't have that many trips that go out very often. What is it that you're looking for?
I'm looking for this person.
Well, if she took a trip with us recently, I could tell you where our last trips were and when. Like we got last week, we had a
I
trip
don't think
out.
this person's left yet. This person may still be in town, if you like.
Oh, well, we do have one. We have checks here. Oh, yeah, we do have a trip going to Arcadia tonight, but that's all full. It's already completely full.
Can I take a look at the manifest?
Yeah, of course you're an officer, and it's just random names.
Right. Yeah.
But I will say, with your investigative skills, there's a lot of Jane Does and John Does and
Oh, good.
okay. Smiths as well.
Kind of flight. Right.
There are, but quite legit, everything above board, just a lot of very common names.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not like they're not doing anything dubious here, are they? They're just I'm sure they thoroughly check the identities of the people that are.
They do check
Chipping
the
up work.
Chinyan very carefully. Chinyan is.
Would they have any
legitimate.
records then of I'm assuming that there would be records of these people that are being shipped off world.
Yeah,
There would be images perhaps of these people, or would that be a thing?
Why don't
Or
we?
am I
Why don't we let you roll for it?
okay?
Let's see what role that could be to see if they would have that type of information available.
Okay. You're going to say that I'm no good at, aren't you?
No.
Which is-
You decide, because we need
Well, I
to find a way
decide.
that. Right,
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay.
let's do this. Yes.
I mean, I guess tech would be the obvious one, wouldn't it?
Sure. I think that's a good
tech
idea.
would be. I don't want to use tech because I'm no good at it. So can I argue for something else?
Let's see how tech goes.
Oh, okay. It's gonna go badly.
So with a tech roll, you don't see any names, but you do see a recent modification to the travel plans of one of the people.
Oh, okay.
And the modification is that one of the passengers that is due to leave tonight added on a traveling companion and did get the age 12 and under discount for the
age
the
12 and
additional-
under. Oh shit! Okay. Is there a name and address for that person?
Yes.
Yeah. I will take a note of that. That's going to be false. I'm pretty sure of that. But I'll take a note of those.
Well, look, sir, if you're very interested in that, I mean, it's leaving tonight from just behind that the old the meetup for that is just around the old Hollywood sign at the end of the path. That's a large enough place for that travel case. So if you want to leave your name and number, if we have any last minute cancellations, I certainly be able to love it to put you on a standby for that if you'd like.
No, that'll be fine, thanks.
It's
Oh, wait, no, wait, wait,
only
wait.
100 chin yen to hold the spot, if there is, to put you on the waiting list. That's all it takes, and just pay the rest before you leave. Oh, mind you, it's not. Yeah, it's looks like it's gonna leave in about 6 hours from now, anyway. So, that probably doesn't give you a lot of time to pack your things and get ready for. By the way, you don't look like you're fit for travel at all. I don't mean anything by that, sir. I just, for your own health and safety.
Yeah, put me down on the list there, would you?
Sure. You have 100%. What's the name, please?
I mean, I've just flashed my badge. So.
Yeah, well, and I mean, she wants to register you. Are you providing anything for registration? The driver's license or social insurance card or NRA gun membership card or something?
I feel like I'm being set up.
Oh, you don't know.
Maybe your the alcohol store discount coupon card or something.
Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable, because that's not got my real name on it.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, I just no, I think better. I just say no, forget it, and thanks for your help.
Well, we do have something leaving in another month if you'd like.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, forget it. And I turn around and leave with my little bit of paper with this address and this name.
Before you
written on it.
just, can I have you a glass of water or something?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, all right. Well, you take care of yourself, and thank you for your service, officer.
I just nod and exit very rapidly.
Back
and I want
to the memory lab.
Okay.
Friends, you've just found the body of Lilith Tyrell. Clearly murdered. Shot through the head. and you're to blame. No,
Jake,
I just
you give love a bad name.
There you go. Thank you. That was really good. Home run.
Look over the body and just basically it's like, I'll pull up my KIA and start just taking pictures of the scene, of what I see, taking notes.
Okay, actually doing police work. That's excellent. All right, this is a game of Blade Runner. That's wonderful. All right.
Yeah, I look at Philly and it's like, hey, take a look and see if there's any any of like handprints or anything you can find around here. Maybe it leads out whoever did this. Like, left a clue where they headed out.
I think we know. There's only one person that would do this that has been going around blasting holes in people. And we're not going to find anything, but this is Leia. This is her. She's done this. She's on a rampage. She needs stopped. We need to take her out. She failed her test. She failed 2 baseline tests. She didn't pass that one. They falsified it. She's lost. She's gone rogue. We have to find her and stop her.
All right. Well, for right now, calm yourself. Can you figure out what memory was playing that we saw what was happening here?
I'll go have a look.
And by this time, I've shuffled my way into this forward room here and look inside.
Does sound like a
shit,
possible task.
What the hell happened?
Okay, so as you do that, as just let me know as soon as you're like 2 feet or cross that threshold. Let me know so I can throw the grenade in. Okay, I'll wait though.
Okay.
I mean, I already had dead body, so I'll just kind of like shield. Take the triple.
I did bring the receptionist chair with me in case I need a quick. Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I can understand that.
Not because you need it, just because it was so much fun.
Epic.
Yeah. So, yes, Mr. GM, I am right at the precipice, so
So
do what
you
you
see
need.
Fenna and Olsen fastidiously doing proper police work. They're looking around for clues, like they said. I forgot. Oh yeah, we already know who did it without clues or evidence and stuff like that. So maybe they're not, but it does seem like Olsen was a bit like in police mode. You did call already for you called for an ambulance before? What did you call for?
Like a med, med, just in case, because med is basically, even that, they can actually bring the body in a body bag anyways.
Right, so that will be coming whenever you, for storyline, want that to come. So it'll come in this shift, obviously, you called it in. So at any point that you want to say they're here and they're taking over, that's absolutely fine.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm looking at this, but I'm looking at the other mess with why is there a big mess of like hair? Is that like, did somebody fight and she ripped somebody's hair off? That's why I'm looking at the other part. Did you say
no. There was my description was just a bit obtuse at the beginning while it was still dark.
Okay.
This is clearly the head of somebody who's been shot in the head. And what you noticed because of the light streaming in first, and then you shone your flashlight on it, and it became more apparent to you that this is a victim of a shooting.
So I kind of looking over the body, maybe see if there's anything particular maybe missing, because you never know. It might be like a wallet. It could be something specific on the body, but like, I don't know. It's just just general, just doing the whole detective kind of thing.
All right. Sorry, I may have been. Maybe I've lost the meaning of what you were asking.
Oh no! It was just that I thought you said that like it was something else that was there. I didn't know if she was fighting somebody.
No,
it was just heads off.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all
it was just like
that.
It was just a collapsed body on the floor, described in a obtuse way, to keep you guys on your game and on your feet thinking.
Okay, so I'm just still just doing the normal thing, just taking on the notes about the trajectory of a bullet and whatever. See if there's like bullet casing or like the bullet shell, wherever it is they went to. So looking around.
Okay, very good. All right, Fenna, anything else?
I go and get Terry. First of all, I try and log into the systems,
Okay.
but I assume that I can't. I assume that it's locked. I assume that there's an admin password or whatever, and I can't just walk up to it and press buttons. Am I correct, or is that something?
Yeah,
that I need
that's a good description of it. But you could certainly
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
Terry in. without
before
any
I bring him
problem.
in, I prepare him and I say, "Look, it's Lilith. She's dead. I'm afraid she's been murdered. And the last person that you saw come in here was. Say again. Was the last person?
It was Leia. But where's Sarah? How's Sarah? Lilith came in with Sarah today.
There's
Tell
no
me
sign of
Sarah's
her.
safe.
But she's not there. We've not seen her.
Did you look? Did you check everywhere? Sarah.
Yeah, we looked at.
Sarah.
Look, just let us into the system, will you, Terry? And then at this point, open the door and let him in and let him.
You do have Percival there, remember, who's a tech guy. Just saying.
Yep. Forensics and empathy, that's my specialty. And butt kissing, yeah.
Kiss ass like a heck shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
you know,
Percival-
did you want to give the chance to? Yeah, you could try to.
I thought Percival was doing forensics on like the room and stuff.
He's only just got there, as far as I was.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I shuffled in and seeing what's going on. I start looking around, trying to just initial glance if I spot any clues, anything obvious.
Okay, sure. You can make a roll for it for sure.
All right, and that's going to be observation, correct?
Sure. Okay, yeah. So tell me, like, what type of clue you want to find? What is it that you're looking for, or are you just going to be, doing standard collections and stuff, and for.
And initially I start going through kind of an initial checklist, right? There's been a shooting. So do I see any casings? Do I see any other, anything that's unusual lying around? I'm not very familiar with the place, but do I see anything either in this front room or inside the lab that seems to be out of place and just obviously, hey, this
So
is part of a crime scene.
I would give you inspiration if this game called for it. So that's exactly what you notice. You notice that despite looking all over the place, you do not find any casings for any of the ammunition, which means either somebody was conscious enough and had enough time to pick up any casings that were spent, or this was caseless ammunition.
Okay. Because Jerome wouldn't have been here for the first session. Percival did discover in the first session. Well, he didn't. We know that the caseless ammunition is generally fired from like a PKD or something like that. We know that caseless ammunition was fired at the Snake Pit Club when the Blade Runner was killed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And they seem to have been shot here. I don't see any blood streaks on the floor, or I'm assuming there's blood spatters that indicate the shooting did happen here, not
Correct.
in
Yes.
another part of the facility.
Right. The body was not brought here. Correct.
All right.
The body was.
Yeah, I'm just going to scour this lab and this, I call it front room, but basically the room between the corridor and the lab, and then kind of go into a more deeper, more closer investigation, just looking for anything obvious. I'm going to try to, well, I won't be able to dust for prints yet. I probably won't find any either.
Okay, very good. So as you're doing that, I will get back to Fenna, and Terry does give you access to the systems, and you could see that the last memory that was set to run on automatic in replay mode was Leia's memory that should have triggered her to become catatonic and stop. The very same memory that was implanted into her in order to maintain control over such devices should a device ever go rogue. A memory that was so powerful that if triggered, and one that you know that you have deep down in yourself, as well would cause you to cease all of your current actions.
Yep.
And with that, I think we're going to take our break. Is everybody go for a
Okay.
break?
Nice.
Cool.
And we
Yeah,
shall
nice.
see where the story takes us next and try to estimate how many more sessions we're going to need to play to bring it to a conclusion. So, to sum up, nothing significant happened prior to the break in this first session of the fourth game. Oh, yeah, except for the murder, of course. And,
Yeah.
And so, what I think is, we can go into this would be day 4, shift 3, I believe.
It's the magic number, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
So,
Hey, Jake, real quick though, before we leave the lab, so are there security cameras in the lab? I can't remember if you said yeah or no.
no, there wouldn't have been security cameras in the lab. They have this really good security eye on the outside that keeps people out. Does a good job.
Okay, so there's nothing that I could try to tap in or see if it had been disabled.
You know what? I'll give you that there's a security camera on the outside, and there is the image of Leia coming in. Just looking at her eye, having it scanned, and going.
Okay.
Now, since we have a little bit of, well, let's discuss who knows what, who's reporting what to who. Right now in the memory lab, there's a whole slew, even more than last time, because this is now repeated events, and there's a murder here now, and so there's all the tech guys in there, and
It's a crime scene within a crime scene.
yeah, so, and 100%.
Is it double whammy?
And that is now occurring. So it does give you guys the chance to step away and pursue additional leads, or take this investigation into another area if you think that there's a compelling reason to do so. Or you could go back to the lab and do more paperwork now, because you're gonna have tons of paperwork. So better do it now, I guess, before the memory fades.
I mean, I might as well get paperwork out of the way, but from all the victims of Leia, is there a specific reason why she's killing all? Or there's a connection, or?
That's an excellent question. I don't know that the discussion was brought up. We know that her partner was Leia's partner that is the victim of the murder. It hasn't been conclusively shown that it was Leia. And although you do have, conclusive evidence that Leia did shoot Terry because of the eyewitness, even if it is a machine eyewitness, but you don't have any other evidence other than a dead body and lack of a casing to tie the murder to Leia specifically. I mean, you do have her as a suspect, I suppose, but what do those two things have to do with each other? Why was her partner killed 3 nights ago? 4.
Fana tries to reach Novak on the KIA.
So give it a shot. I'm not sure how his KIA is doing, so give it a shot. We'll see what happens.
Is this a roll required? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Or
Novak, can you hear me? Novak. Tap it on the side a couple of times. Shake it a bit.
Yeah.
Novak, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Take it, pop it.
Yeah, there is a there's probably a pause as he answers the call. It's probably crackling a little as well. It's probably not as clear as it normally would be. So perhaps you kind of, if you have the screen and you get in that line, that shaky.
Novak, just
going to the
blowing
screen
it,
periodically.
blowing it like this. Just go.
What's the matter? What's the matter, Fana? What's going on? What you found?
I think you're thinking of Nintendo there.
Lilith's dead.
Oh, sorry. What?
Lilith, Yeah, Fenna knows the name of Lilith's surname. Tyrell.
Tyrell. Yeah. Look.
She's dead. She's been shot. Last known person is it's Leia. She got into the lab. She shot Terry, and then we assume, proceeded in, keyed up a memory, or perhaps Lilith used the memory to try and to stall her, to stop her, to put her down. But Lilith's dead. She's lying in a pool of blood. We've got forensics down now to investigate.
What about the kid?
No sign.
Okay. Right, I'm on my way.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that as part of the thing that we did is actually sweep the place, and we looked in all the rooms.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'll say I'm on my way. I'll hang up straight away.
On your way to where?
I'm on my way to meet the team at Lilith Labs.
Okay, so third shift is being spent at Lilith Lab?
What are we on now? The second, is it? Is this the second?
No,
This is the end of the second shift.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
going to the third.
No, I think. I mean, during this shift, then Novak has made his way to the off-world colony place, Shimano Dominguez or whatever it was, and then he's going to make his way back to Lilith Lab. At that point, so I guess we'll be starting the third shift as we meet up and then proceed with our investigation.
That's fine. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Now, Metro Cab, I guess.
That will be the quickest thing for him to do right now, I guess.
All right. So as you get into you call the Metro Cab. Metro Cab picks you up. The guy looks at you and says, "Yeah, you don't look very good. You want me to take you to the hospital?"
No, I feel great.
Come on in. Where to? My God, 3 nights
I just
ago,
got arrested
this
dead
woman
face.
comes in with this gun, all like this, and now I get this guy. I gotta get a different job.
What are you talking about? What?
What? Oh, no, nothing. You know, you see a lot of different people in cabs, a lot of colorful people, different people. Everything is great. You're a passenger. You're great. You're a fare. You help feed my family. I'm happy to have you here. But, you know, like sometimes, you know, like 4 days ago, this woman came in and the police were even asking about her. My God. Came in, she had a gun in her hand while she came in. She looked lost. Like she didn't know what was happening.
Okay.
Anyways, and you, I mean, you look fine, sir. You look great. I don't know why it triggered that memory. Seeing you coming in.
Just drive, will you?
Yeah, sure.
So as he's driving, I'll be asking him questions about. So can you describe this person? And I guess you described
young,
Leia, right?
rather attractive, lost, probably, you know, easy prey for older gentlemen. I would think is you know.
You bitch.
I'm just saying, you know, she looked like she was, you know, easily manipulated. Probably, I see a lot of people coming in and out of cabs.
Did she say anything?
Poor soul.
Did she say anything?
No.
Where did she go?
Anemoid Row.
Anemoid Row, yeah.
Anemoid Row, that's where I dropped her off there.
And she didn't say anything to you at all?
Oh, she was very quiet. We were lost in thought, contemplation. She, you know, like a little bit of shaking too, you know. Don't think people should carry drugs carry guns when they're maybe, you know, in that mental state.
Okay, well,
anyways, no, you know what? I think it's closed off. I don't think we can go to the Metro Lab. It looks like there's a whole bunch of police tape there and stuff like that. Anywhere else you wanted me to take you instead? I don't. I think it's probably closed.
Kind of wave it in front of his face.
Oh, don't you guys usually have spinners?
Shut the fuck up and just take me there, will you?
And I'll pull a brain and pull a bullet.
I'm gonna commandeer this cab.
He drops you off outside of the
I
police
just pushed the
line.
badge up to the window as we're driving through, just so that. Yeah, I know this is going to get back to the precinct. I know that. Yeah, I'll kind of climb out and painfully walk up towards the entrance to the lab.
And as you do, you see Holden. Like I'm gonna say you see him way before he sees you. He looks like he's kind of there, trying to take charge, trying to make sense, give orders back and forth. So given that he is there, does that change your approach at all? Are you gonna go forward in? How are you? Since this is IMT, I want to know how you're gonna, react to this monkey wrench I've just thrown into the mix.
Oh, I see. I mean, earlier on you were kind of saying that I keep throwing wrenches at you, so you're throwing a few back now. Is that what you're saying?
There we go.
Yeah. I don't want it. Does he look distracted? That's the question.
Oh yeah, he's clearly, working his way through, discussing, people are coming out and discussing things with him. I think he's not going in because, standard police work. The only people that are going in are wearing those suits of things that cover their boots and stuff, and then they're going out and all the little fragments and hair are taken off and stuff like that. Like, this is, closed environment. It could be that the police officers that were already in there are still in there, but they'll have to extricate themselves, and also if they want to go back in, suit up.
Okay, so I want to kind of
and there is a truck with all the necessary equipment there as well.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna pretend to be a forensics guy. Is that the deal? I can.
Okay. So you want to look like the abominable snowman, go in, and hopefully that Holden won't.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that, but I'm kind of thinking if he's distracted, if I just nonchalantly walk through as if I'm meant to be there, that works, right?
Yeah,
that's probably more Novak than
yeah, and Novak might actually have a skill that he could test to see how successful that might be.
But it's unlikely. He does. He could use stealth, I guess, to kind of.
All right, yeah, you can, and you can take the advantage die because you are taking the time to suit yourself up.
No, I'm not going to do that. That's the
you're
thing.
not?
I'm not.
Okay.
No, as I say, it's probably not. I mean, yeah, it's probably not.
Yeah,
he wants to get as
fine.
quick as he can. So.
Okay.
So I just amongst it, there's a small crowd, I guess, of police officers and forensics teams and whatever that are knocking about.
Yeah, they keep coming in and out, and they're all suited up and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. And so while Holden's distracted, I'm gonna walk up. It's one of those weird things because he is a policeman. It is his case.
Yeah.
And these kind of conflicts occur in police procedurals all the time.
100%. We all watch TV.
We do. And so I'm just gonna. Hopefully he's a little distracted enough that he won't notice as Novak mingles with the crowd and moves among them to try and get into the building.
So let's go ahead and let's roll your stealth. I'm going to be looking for 2 successes for a specific reason, but you can roll with an advantage.
Are you sure?
I am 100% sure that I'll let you roll with an advantage.
That didn't work.
You get
Jake.
1 success, and so Holden doesn't notice you as you go by, but you do get stopped by a very fresh, young police officer who says to you, excuse me, sir, I'm here to remind you, you gotta suit up. You can't go in dressed like that. You need the proper gear and the attire. We don't want you to contaminate the area. Fresh, like, you could smell that his nappies have just been changed. He is very much, wants to make sure that he's doing his job.
Yeah. How would I deal with this? I guess what I do then is I kind of look at that. I kind of look in and say, look beyond him. Say, yeah, you're right. and basically do a "Hey, what's that?" kind of thing.
So go ahead,
And
do
kind of-
your
and kind of-
manipulation.
so I guess it's a kind of. I mean,
You're
think
trying
how
to
you-
manipulate. You're trying to, just kind of.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean,
there you
I
go.
basically just say, have you? I'm going to mention like a bit of equipment that he's carrying and say, did you get that checked out? Did you get that before? Did you get that calibrated before you went in here?
Caliber. This was assigned from the. Yeah, okay, go ahead with your manipulation.
Yeah.
I just got this signed yesterday to me.
Come on.
Apparently, they recently lost two investigators and needed to go through. And so he's going, yeah, so could you take a look at it and calibrate it for me? And so now you're going to have to spend the extra time dealing with that, because obviously you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So well, I was gonna. We could say that Percival maybe has made his way towards the front, the reception area, to do some, I don't know, forensic-y kind of stuff that he tends to do, and he catches glimpse of Novak outside.
Yeah.
Being harassed by this person who doesn't realize how important, how much clout. So I step out. I
so much
stick my way
clout, he
through
had
the
to
door.
sneak by his boss.
Yeah.
That's
So
how
I
much
shuffle.
clout.
I open a door and I just kind of gesture. I gesture to the newbie, the green badge, who's holding him up. I say, no, it's good. And I gesture to Novak, like, get your ass in here.
Yeah.
And with that, you have gained entrance.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's in.
Yeah. Nice one, Percival. You'll go a long way.
I hope so.
So, I kind of said Lilith's dead. Is that right? She's been shot?
Yeah.
Did we find any?
Found her in the lab. Haven't really gotten any good clues yet. Not a surprise. We keep running into these dead ends.
Bullet casings?
None.
Okay, yeah, and that. I think Novak's kind of shoulders kind of sag a little as he, it's definitely who he thinks it is. You say the
Fenn and Olsen are back in the lab. That's where we found Lilith. I've kind of been making my way back and forth here, trying to get into some of the systems, do some forensics where I can.
Yeah. Good work, Percival. Yeah, let's go through. And we'll head into bypassing the crowds as much as we can, into the lab where Fenner and Olsen are waiting.
And in the lab, you're going to find that, like in that office there, there are boxes already with like shoes, like the shoe covers and everything.
Yeah,
the gowns. You can.
I'll try to stick a pair of the shoe things on. Wincing in pain.
It hurts your kishkas.
Yeah. And perhaps gives up after a few tries.
And since you do have a beard and mustache, you have to wear one of those chef things over there.
Oh well, yeah, one of those nets.
No.
A hairnet over your beard.
When Novak comes in, Fenna's just sort of sitting by the computer, or standing by the computer, watches somebody come in, realizes it's Novak, reaches into her pocket, and she says, "Novak, catch!" And I lob a pill bottle at him.
A little blue pill that you recognize.
I do.
And
have you been talking to my wife?
Fenna
Leia.
says, "Take one of those. You look like shit."
Yeah. A smile mirthlessly. Open up one of the pills and dry swallow the thing. Yeah.
Out in the hallway,
Thanks.
Percival, like, you didn't offer me any painkillers. Okay.
Wait,
I
did you
see
give him
how
the
it is.
machine painkillers or the human
I see how
painkillers?
it Has the body been moved?
Up to you guys.
No, I don't think they've been moved yet.
Okay, it hasn't been moved. They're taking pictures with, 1983 camera flash technology.
Absolutely, they are. So I'm going to wander over towards the body. I can see that the gunshot wound to the head. Has anybody managed to get any information from the injury, like caliber of the bullet or anything like that?
From what Finn or was it Percival? It was able to identify it was the same kind of weapon that got shot by the other one.
PKD. And we have footage of Layla entering the building. Is that right?
I believe so.
What about the replicant, Terry? Did he say anything? Did he say? Is he still about? Can we communicate with him? Is he?
You can. However, the one thing that you didn't notice was any footage of Leia exiting from that same entrance. And everybody rolling their... No, I'm just kidding. But you still don't have that.
Yeah, but we've swept the building. We know she's not here. She must have left through a different exit. Okay. Okay. So we know it was a PKD. We've got footage of... I want to ask Terry... I wanted him to describe what the situation, what happened when Lilith entered. Did she say anything? Was there any? Did she communicate in any way, or was she denied entrance by him, and that's why she shot him? Was there any conversation between the two of them before?
That's a very good question. He says it's funny. I was calling for Sarah. I didn't hear her, but I did hear it. It was very faint. I heard a voice. It probably Leia's. It was very, very faint as I was calling for her, and it said, "Have you ever been to Hollywood? Come, let's go to the real Dream Factory. There, someone will take us to the place of our dreams." That I don't know if I was malfunctioning or something when I heard it. I just been shot. I've been calling for Sarah, but it was very distant. I may have been suffering some sort of trauma or going through things, but I did hear that. I'm sure of it, I think. But why hasn't somebody brought me an engineer to help me yet?
They're on the way, don't worry.
Well, there are quite a few people here already doing other things.
Yeah, these are forensics. They drive faster cars. No, they don't. Has anybody... We've called a med team, haven't they? Have they not tended to this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh. Are you being a little devil, Jake? And you're saying... They will arrive whenever you want them to. Are you being a little sod? Is that what you're doing? You deaf.
So, there are people there, yeah. Could I have my leg repaired now, please?
Sure. Somebody will be right on that.
Have Leia come fetch me once they're done fixing me up.
Sorry?
Excuse me?
What did you just say?
Have Leia come... Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, this is not a good day. This is not a good day.
You want to explain what you just said?
Did anybody tell him that Leia was killed yet?
Nope.
Oh, sorry. You meant Lilith.
Oh, sorry, Lilith. I apologize. Thank you. Oh my God. Now it's up to. Oh, yeah.
I mean, that changes things.
Yes, you
rather.
caught me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, Lilith. Yes.
I thought that Fenner had already got explained to him. Yeah, because
That's fine.
Yeah, that's all right then. Oh, I thought we
It's
just
Jake
broken
having
this
his own
case wide
senior
open.
moment, that's all.
Oh, okay. I mean, maybe it's, I don't know, shock or something. Lilith won't be coming, I'm afraid, Terry.
That's right. Yeah. Find the person who did it. You make it right.
Make it right.
Yeah. Lilith has created all our memories. She's made us what we are. Everything that we do is a product of what she put into us. All our happy memories, all our lives, the experiences that we have, the ability to be productive members of society because we've benefited from the ability to learn and grow just like humans have over their lifetime.
I mean, he wouldn't know what his... Would he know what his trigger memory was? Like his fail-safe thing?
I think in general they don't. It's not brought to mind unless it's needed.
Okay.
So you know, has he ever failed a void conf test and stuff like that?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Fenna's just looking at him. Fenna's just shaking her head. Just. He just didn't see it, did you? He just didn't see what she was doing. But yeah, she shouldn't be dead.
Yeah, I know how you feel, Fenna, but
just remember,
I don't know.
Everything we do because of her. All the good things, all the contributions that are made to society. Surely she didn't deserve to die. Surely she didn't deserve to die. Surely she didn't deserve to die. Surely she didn't. Stop calling me Shirley.
Yeah, I'll leave him. Just put my hand on his shoulder and I'll leave him to it. Make my way towards the exit, I think. Do we have any idea which way she might have gone? I mean, there's 2 exits that we know of, weren't there? Because we looked at those the previous
There's
evening.
to the north and there's to the south exits, and there's to the east as well.
Yeah. Do we know if there are any cameras?
We asked that already, and there's
Not. What about in the street?
You know, you could take a shift to do so if you think you have the time and scour the area. But you do have to remember again that not many of the buildings are occupied in this area. So if you did find one by chance, perhaps there could be something here.
Yeah, I'm not going to pursue that then. I know that we did it before with the taxi cab, didn't we? But yeah, okay. Right. Because I think Novak's probably quite conflicted at this point. Because he knows, but he's not let on to everybody else that Leia has taken the kid. I look at my KIA. Has there been any replies to the messages that I sent earlier?
Because of the nature, I'm going to say, of the second message you put in, I'm going to say no.
Okay. Okay.
Fenna stands on the door, and some meds come in, and Fenna just points over at Terry and says, "He's over there."
Yeah, I guess at this point, I think Novak is probably going to have to. I've slept, haven't I? Because I was in. Does that
Yeah,
count?
you get the one and
so
one
that
back.
was-
Yeah, you would have
oh, that's
gotten
all right.
1 and 1.
Yeah. Okay, I'll add those back in. I'm just thinking whether he would, because he'd done 4 shifts, hadn't he, without rest. But I guess being
No,
in
this is
hospital
we're going into shift 3 when you tell me
Yeah.
you guys what you want to do. I'll also remind you procuring equipment is something you can do in a shift if you're preparing for anything else for tomorrow or later on tonight.
Yeah. So I'm looking haggard, dejected, and even with the pills in pain, I kind of just shuffled down towards out towards the front of the building, to my spinner, which Percival has parked nearby, and I just kind of sit down heavily into the seat, kind of half in, half out, just thinking. Yeah, I don't know what the rest of the guys are up to during this period.
Well, we're going to discuss third shift activities.
I probably may suggest that. Do we know any that's between Lilith, the other person murdered?
Well, you broke up a bit there, Max.
Oh, I was just saying that. I was like, maybe you can look into see there's a connection between why Lilith and this other person got murdered a little while back. If there's a certain connection between both of them.
The connection is that was Leia's partner.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
also a Nexus N9, and probably also has memories from Lilith Memory Labs. So there would be that connection that you could think of right away.
I mean, there's a couple of things going on here, isn't there? We've just had what's clearly a Nexus 9 replicant shoot a human being dead, which they shouldn't be able to do because of the programming, right? Which I assume is what was happening in the lab, is that Lilith may have been attempting to play
Yeah.
Leia's memory in order
And
to shut her down.
Leia was investigating that memory with some back shop science tech from our pawnbroker guy.
And I'm going to say what you got from him was that it hasn't been uncommon necessarily for replicants to go and get memories scanned so that they could have keepsakes of family, and because they don't have real photos of their family, of outings, of things that they've done. They only have memories of it for learning purposes. So
I think my question is there some way that he could have done something to that memory to stop it from being a failsafe?
okay,
So that memory's been implanted it's been implanted so that it will shut her down when she remembers, when it's recalled, right? That's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way that this guy could have bypassed that thing? So she has this memory, but it no longer does what it was meant to do.
No, that
He doesn't have
line
that
of
capability.
I'll save you from going through that line of thinking.
Yeah. Okay, so do we assume then that she was just too late in triggering the memory, and that before Lilith was too late triggering that memory before Leia was able to shoot her dead?
Or it was ineffective, or
That's why I'm wondering why it was ineffective. That's what I'm getting at. Was it ineffective, or was she just too late? That's what I was trying to figure out. If it was ineffective, how did it become ineffective? She was reprogrammed. She went back to Wallace Corporation, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
After she failed the baseline test. Am I remembering that right? Jake?
She was reprogrammed, yes. This, I'll just remind you, was the photo of her memory.
Yeah. And the memory is of her being shot dead.
In the end, that's the memory
yeah.
of the
In the desert.
significant memory.
So the kid was shot dead in the memory. That's what was playing when these three entered the lab.
Leia wants to protect her.
Leia thinks that Sarah is her.
That is the picture of Sarah.
Is that Lilith's daughter?
That is
Sarah.
Lilith's daughter.
Sarah is Lilith's daughter. Yeah.
The young girl's.
Yeah.
So we have a kidnapping too.
Potentially.
Are there any cameras that are outside the building, like the other buildings? Are there any cameras that point to this one?
Nah,
Are there
that's what I
possible
was
ways
just.
they can get out or no?
No, I was just asking that. Yeah. We take a shift to do it. Okay.
What about the albino guy? Did we ever get hold of him? He's good at making people disappear. He's a sympathizer. He wants to help.
Yeah.
Styles.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll. I mean, we may be on a time limit now, right? Because she has this kid. We have no idea what she's going to do with this kid.
I take it you mentioned, or do you tell Fenna and the rest of us that you found a travel agent?
I do not. Okay.
So
Yeah. So yes.
on the KIA, I'm going to say that Fenna, you do get a message out saying that there has been a reply. There has been a reply to your APB on the Styles character, and he was just recently now seen going down an alley in Anemoid Row.
So,
and I don't remember if it was Percival or Olsen or you that put the APB out on him, but one of the officers in Anemoid Row did call it in.
wasn't it Percival? Because Percival's contact
Percival.
was somebody who wanted Percival to succeed, and Percival had to get promoted, and Percival and this person who I can't remember who Percival's contact was, but was basically living vicariously through Percival and trying to. So I think Percival was the person.
Likely that's it. Yeah, you were just the last one to mention it. So, but yes, Percival. So you get a reply back on your KI that a person matching Styles' description was seen going down an alley in Anemoid Row.
Okay. Look around. I see Fenna and Olsen. I don't see Novak though. But
he's not on the map, but he's there. That's fine.
yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
Well, he had stepped outside to go console himself.
That's right. And as you do, I was trying to see what if Holden may have noticed you or not.
Yeah.
as your. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah. So, hey, I got this information back about Styles. Where's the boss? Where's Novak? Anybody seen him? I'm gonna start looking around and poke my head out the back.
Yeah, he was
And,
shambling in that direction the last time I saw him.
Oh, all right, yeah.
I mean, hold on a second. No, Novak. Novak, is that you? What the hell are you doing here, Novak?
Yeah,
You're still quite a distance away. He starts to come over towards you. You get yourself back to the hospital, you son of a bitch. I don't want to see you out here. You think I want sick cops out on the field doing
Boss, you're not any better.
yeah, he's approaching you quite quickly.
Okay.
Quite spryly for a man of his age. But you've also been quite spry for a man of your age as well. Are you engaging in this encounter?
Yeah, I am. I think because I don't think as he walked out, I don't think Novak would have been thinking about Holden being there. He's got other things on his mind. So
I see that. Yes.
yeah. And so as Holden calls him, I'll turn around as he's saying that, and I'll wait for him to come over before telling him, "I told you it was my fucking case."
You're no good on this case if you're gonna get yourself killed.
I'm
There'll
not
be
gonna
other
get
cases. So you're here now. Well, big whoop. What did you find out? What next? Where do I send the investigators next?
Just shake my head. I emit a little laugh, shake my head, and I just turn away and walk towards my car, my spinner.
Which is there. You do find it.
Yeah, that's right. And I just go. I'll just, without looking back, I just say, "I told you, it's my goddamn case."
Nova!
Yelling at you while you're driving away.
Yeah, so I slumped in my spinner, I guess, when if Percival finds me, but
okay, so Percival, you kind of see this, and you maybe just a little too new to kind of interrupt, the big boss from your boss, like that thing, and you see, and just as you're trying to call him, the spinner is leaving. Which
oh
means
no, I'm not taking off. I wasn't taking
you're
off.
not. Oh
No,
okay.
no, I was sat slumped in it, pondering my next move.
Okay.
Yeah, looking.
Don't you ignore me, Novak! You're gonna lose promotion points for this.
Again.
Not the first time.
Yeah. Story of my life. So yeah, I'm kind of slumped in my spinner, I guess, if Percival wanders over.
Yeah, no, I pop my head out, I see the spinner, and Novak's sitting inside, so I'm making my way over. I do
There's
have a
only you
question.
two. You also should be in the hospital. Novak, you see what kind of example you're being on your men?
Yeah.
I give a respectful nod to yes, Chief. I will. One moment, please. So I apologize.
Get yourselves both back to the hospital right this instant.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
I won't have the unions breathe down my neck on this one.
I do have a
yes.
just a bit of break though. I'm going back looking through the journal, and this happened before. I think this was in the first session when I wasn't here. So the poem, the William Blake poem, "The Tiger."
Yeah.
Was there any analysis or contemplation of its meaning by any of the crew, whether it be Percival or someone else?
I don't think they did. I think that the main thing about the book that I recall was the fact that it had been a gift to Leia from somebody signed Billy.
Okay. Okay, because it was open to the tiger, and which has deep meaning.
tiger,
So
tiger.
okay, I'm just curious.
Yeah, no.
there's
If you can ascribe meaning to it, this is a good point to bring that out.
Would that be a what type of role would that be?
It doesn't have to be a role. It's a human
if you
reading a
can-
poem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm just gonna see if my character, being a newbie replicant, if I'd be able to really kind of any meaning to purpose. Why would it be open to that?
Again, I will allow any role play of human interaction on or replicant interaction onto that poem to see if it seems to mean anything or not.
All right.
It could be that there is, but it's certainly not a role. It's
Okay. So yeah, so I'll let that kind of slip by. So yeah, I make my way to the spinner. Boss Novak, we got some information back about Styles. Not Harry, it's the other Styles I'm talking about. Yeah.
Harry Styles is probably even more famous in 2037. Okay, I guess I seem to kind of snap out of. I'm like I was daydreaming, I guess.
Yeah. Are you? Yeah, boss. You okay? Do I need to get you like a stimulant, an energy drink or something, a coffee? I don't know.
Ah,
A dram of whiskey.
yeah. When you say that, there's a little smile on Novak's face, but I say, no. What about Styles?
We just got information back, and I show him the message on the KIA device.
so it's a response to the APB. It was he was seen going into an alleyway in Animoid Row, and there was an officer just kind of didn't on site observing the area and has not seen him leaving that alley.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll call on the KIA, Olsen and Fenner. I'll just explain. Styles has been seen. Give them the address. Go check it out.
No problem. I head over to Finna's spinner and basically just get in the passenger seat.
Okay.
All right. It sounds like we have a path for shift number 3 for Fenna and Olsen. Willem and Percival, what are you guys going to be doing for shift 3?
I'm going to. Well, I climb into the driving seat of the spinner, and if Percival gets in.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we take off.
All right. Well, right prior to taking off, since you've kind of been there and discussing things back and forth and stuff like that, prior to you leaving, and maybe this is what actually inspires you to leave, you hear these two fists like on the window of the driver's side door, and it's holding. Hey, you get yourself to the hospital right now and bring Percival there right now. Go now. Get to the hospital. That's a direct order. Go.
I acknowledge the chief. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then when
We're on our way. We're on our way. Yeah.
And when you're gone and out of earshot, what you don't hear Holden saying, see, that's an example of a true police officer. He doesn't stop. He's like a bloodhound. He has his nose always to the ground doing it. Don't any of you ever behave like him. Ever, ever, ever. I don't want the unions breathing down my neck.
But he's a good cop.
But, praise you will have never known in person to have received.
Of course, never. I mean, Holden knows. Novak knows that Holden loves him because he's visited him twice in hospital already. So
Yeah.
you know,
Where his
Give him
own
coffee.
crew haven't, partially visited him once, maybe. So yeah, I got you.
So as the spinner's taken off, I just comment to Novak that I'm just really surprised how clean the lab is. There's just really there's no trail, there's no evidence. I mean, there is, but there isn't. It seems. I don't know. And I ask him how was. Did he find out anything? We're on his wherever he went.
well, did you happen to find out anything on that place that you went to?
Well, because I couldn't remember if you mentioned to us exactly
I didn't
where you
tell
were
you where I
going.
was going. No.
Oh, okay,
didn't.
that's what yeah.
Yeah. So
I think it was personal banking.
I mean, there was definitely an element
his
of
broker.
some investments and stuff.
Yeah.
The racetrack dogs.
How close is he to retirement? Oh, darn.
Well,
Yeah.
5 years more now.
Yeah.
That was a bad bet.
Yeah, so I guess I'm turning the spinner over towards the Hollywood Hills, I guess. Is that right? I don't know. I'm saying Hollywood Hills. I have no idea where the fuck they are.
Okay. Yeah. If that's where you're going, that's 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to deal with Fenna and Olsen first. And so you guys do get to. There is a. You guys head out to Anemoid Row. Let's see if there is a. It's right up here. So I'll activate the scene. I'll just make sure everybody can see it. And you are brought to the officer that kind of saw somebody. I think. I mean, he's bald. He looked albino to me almost. And he went down that alleyway. It's a dead end, but he kind of just disappeared there.
Jake, I can't see the map that you put up.
You cannot. Let me. Sorry.
No vision. Yeah.
Oh, right. All of that stuff. I do apologize.
Mind sweep.
Is that better yet, or still no? I don't know
Nope,
how to
see
play
it.
this game.
See it now.
Okay, all right. So if anybody still doesn't see it, just let me know.
All right, so are we? So this is like open buildings and everything we're coming through. It's like
yeah,
all-
that's the area, and again, just to have the animation up there. So, for the sake of the story, it's in that area. There is an alleyway. Let's see where.
down here.
Sorry, go ahead. Pin what you're trying to pin.
It's right here in the bottom left.
No, that's a building. For the sake of story, we'll just put it here. We'll say there's an alleyway that goes there behind a couple of buildings.
Okay.
Even though that doesn't really make much more sense, but it's good enough for now. We don't need any pictures there or anything, any minis or tokens. We're okay. And what are you guys doing?
Say to the guy, how long has he been in there for?
Yeah, we'll say end of second shift, beginning of third shift. So we'll say I called in about a half hour ago.
All right. Panel looks across the street. Is there anybody watching the area? Is there anybody like hanging out, looking?
There are people. It's vendors. It's third shift, so there'll be people around, but nothing. Probably a lot of replicants there too, but nothing.
Olsen, do you know this place?
Shake my head. No, haven't been in this area.
I don't like being shot at. We've done all right so far, but we haven't got Chief and Percy to shield us this time, so we better go careful.
Yeah, I would just like I say we slowly get in to go.
So, yeah, walk across and get to the top of the alley.
Okay, so you really don't see any entrances or exits here, but you can go ahead and make your observation rolls if you're searching around and looking.
Sure.
Oh, let's get on the rolls there. Okay. Oh, sorry. That's it. Olsen. Okay. Olsen did make one. Fenna, did you also want to try?
Yeah. My browser's crashed.
Okay, no worries. So I'm gonna say you do kind of hear from inside the alley, and I'm gonna say it's kind of difficult to tell from where. There are a few windows that may be open and some lights on some of the apartment buildings that clearly don't seem to be accessible for here. And you hear a conversation that two people are having, and it's kind of like just like, where is she now? Says person A. And different voice person V said, I don't know. I sent her here. She should have stayed hidden until a little later on. I thought she'd be here, but she's supposed to be here until it's her time to go to the sign in the kipple. That was her ticket out. She just needed to lay low. And then person A says, I don't know. She seemed angry. She seemed like she was focused on something, like she had unfinished business. And then voice B says, yeah, I sensed that in her too. I guess time will tell. She's gonna have to leave here shortly anyways. Maybe she already headed out. And you hear some shifting of furniture, and conversations will continue, but nothing that you can really make out or hear.
I'll look at Olsen and just shrug. Can we make our way to where those voices are?
If you want to try to find where those voices are coming from, I'll allow you another. If your computer is up, you can make another observation.
Let's go. Go, Fenna.
I have my. Just
Nah. Fail.
Yeah. Okay. Is Olsen giving it a shot as well then?
Yeah, I'm gonna try that one in.
Another fail.
Now, either of you are allowed to push the roll. However, obviously, if Olsen does so, he will take damage right away because he already rolled a 1.
In
And
that
Fenna
case.
will risk damage if she pushes it.
Ah,
And
damage.
you will take damage.
Of course.
Step your toe. Doink.
Too much noise.
The anguish of it.
Okay. So we're looking around and we can't see the source of the voices.
No,
Fenna-
yeah, no more. They've kind of moved on, we'll say.
Fenna's like, you think that was him? Do you think that was the guy?
Well, they were talking about a woman, so sure that if possibility, we can probably move down and see if we can locate him.
I guess we just keep our eyes open. And is there anywhere else we can go in this alley?
No, it's a dead-end alley.
Shit.
So they were down the alleyway and they just went through a building or something? Here.
A window?
The report was, yeah, that he went down here, and you know, if there's anything else through here, you haven't been able to detect it. Since you're in Anemoid Row, is there any other paths of investigation here that you wanted to take while you're in the area?
All right. So he said that the woman's supposed to be here, right? Or supposed to show up here.
That she's not here anymore.
Well, I said I'll probably see if there's anybody around. Show the image of this woman. So has anybody seen this woman? Maybe try to talk around with some of the locals.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to ask people around the area, go ahead. I think that would be a connections roll, I believe. All right, let's see if you're interacting with people. Yeah, it would be a connections roll, exactly.
All right, I'll tell Fenna, hey, check around that area, see if we can see if anybody's seen if the woman actually came through, or see where she headed off to.
Yeah, check to see if you can find that bald guy that's moving her. That's who the APB's for.
Yeah. You do find one person. I've seen her a couple of weeks back. Yeah, she was at the Aurelian shop. He makes the nicest butterflies. You know, best butterflies in the entire Anemoid Row.
So she hasn't been around here recently.
I just triggered a memory. I don't know her intimately. I'm just a passerby on the street giving you information.
Fenna's looking for information on the albino guy, where he resides, where he can be found.
You get the same information. He's often seen at the Aurelian shop.
Meet back up. Wilson, butterflies.
Well, I mean, this is the only thing we got. We'll check it out. Maybe the information.
Yeah,
They
let's
have
do it.
records where this guy lives if he orders stuff. Kind of trail.
Yeah, I don't know if Max was there. It was the first session, I think. When
Okay. Can
the
we?
butterflies were mentioned in Leia's
Yep.
apartment.
Leia's apartment, yeah. Can we find the shop?
Oh yeah, easily. It's actually quite close by, and we're gonna resolve this before we move on to our second team. And let's go ahead and let me as you go into the store, you hear somebody from the back. Sounds like he's a little bit out of breath. He says, I'll be right there. It sounds rather elderly. We're closing shop soon. And in comes a just find
Go. Fun the image. Whoa.
yeah, You see this gentleman come in from behind. Now, inside the shop, you could see that it's a rather small shop, but it is kind of nice. There's a lot of different jars of different parts, and there are some tools in a back area around the lab. But you could see there's a small sign outside that's the sign of the butterfly, and inside it's just jars and jars, hundreds of jars of all different sizes, large jars and small jars, all with like butterflies in them, and they all look quite exceptional.
Good evening.
Good evening. How can I help you? What kind of butterfly are you looking for?
No, so it's more of a butterfly person. Pull out like, KIA, like showing. Have these two individuals been in the shop? Never seen them. Eyesight's not so great. I see close.
Can I do an insight check on? Can I do an insight check on that?
Yes, you can.
Oh bullshit, detector.
Ooh. There we go. 3 successes.
Yeah.
I want to know his name and what he had for breakfast.
Ooh, what is he smelling today?
He looks at you with complete recognition that you see that he is absolutely lying to you. And he's going to look at you with a little look of pity and resignation and say, Are you being treated well? Are you looking for a way out?
Ooh.
Can I help you? And he looks at the other one. Get rid of your partner. And he's kind of like hushed tones. Olsen, if you want to roll to see if you can hear it, and you can go ahead and certainly do that if you like.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
All right, and he's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
Fana. Nice. Yeah, Fana is a doxy, right? So, I mean, she's built for espionage, and she's built for this sort of this is her. She recognizes the opportunity. And she looks over at you, Olsen, and says that, and she nods, and she says to Olsen, can we just have a quick chat outside?
I kind of look at Philly, kind of nod, look at the old man, and I'll walk out first.
So, outside the shop. Door shut. He's offering me a place. I'm saying this super quiet.
Mm-hmm.
He's offered me an opportunity to follow the path. I could get in. I could actually be where this guy is. If this albino guy has anything to do with shifting replicants that don't want to be found, maybe he's got something to do with somebody who just murdered 2 people. Maybe he's trying to shift layout. Maybe Leah's gone. He knows something. He recognized those people when he showed them.
So the decision is it's either let you go in overtly with these guys, get some information, or you see me crack my knuckles, or we could do it the hard way, which I would prefer.
Fana would.
As you're discussing outside, you can clearly see that he is coming towards the front of the house, like where you are at just outside, and he's moving that open sign to closed, or turning, or maybe you see the flickering of the open neon light on, and he's flickering the closed light on.
Yeah, so I go to open the door again.
Okay. We're closing soon, sir. Are you alone?
On that one, Fenna just looks at him and says, cocks an eyebrow. Sir? And then looks round at Olsen and like just kind of shakes, pushes it, goes to move the door open, like forcibly.
All right, I come in there, grab the old man, slam him against the wall.
He looks at you blankly. Hey! What are you doing?
All right, so Phil, do you want to maybe get the information out of him? I'll pull out the gun and right to his arm, or we had to do it forcefully.
I have no information for you. I don't know what you're talking about.
We've got absolutely no time. We need to find somebody, and we need to find them quick. And we think you know the person that we're talking about.
I'll be happy to help you. Anything you want, officer. Who are you looking for?
The albino first.
Albino? Are you looking for a white butterfly? I might have a white butterfly over here.
Listen, we've got a short fuse, and we don't really want it to blow in here. We've already seen enough people get killed.
No, as he's talking to this one, I grab one of the glasses and shattered it right on the ground.
Hey, that's hard work there.
Yeah, up with the APB of the guy that we're looking for, Styles.
It's very difficult to make out that picture. It looks like a white blur on a white background.
It's like, hey, Fillion, this guy might have a computer program. Maybe see if we can mess with it, what he has. If it's similar to what you said he is.
Yeah, I'll leave him in the capable hands. The capable hands of Olsen, and I go into the right behind the counter or into the back room or whatever. Much the same that we did with the pawnbroker. What's he got in his office? What's he got in the backspace?
Oh, he definitely has a computer where he can have records and stuff.
Yeah,
you notice that on the screen is like super small, like probably like a 17-inch 4x3, but the font is really big. So ridiculously big.
I zoom out a bit just so I can read it. Okay. What's on the screen?
Well, you're gonna have to make a technology roll for that.
I can do that. I can.
And while that's happening, Olsen, the Aurelian looks at you, and he kind of nonplussed with the gun out at his arm and stuff like that, and he says, "Look at what you people make of them. It's because of people like you, with your attitudes and your demeanor. You don't want to build a better future." And with the double successes, you actually find a receipt for these very nice butterflies that were made for a person. And it has Leia's address, and it looks like, I mean, as you're going through the records, and because you have 2 successes, what you've noticed is that these butterflies are quite expensive. Like all the sales receipts are quite expensive. But for Leia, the price was like almost negligible. Like she did have to pay, but more than affordable price for her compared to, let's say, other patrons that paid the full price. And there's no accounting for it. That doesn't say, discount or anything. It looks like it was just a legitimate bill for a legitimate product putting down. I'm gonna say that's what you get with your double ones, or double sixes rather. Sorry, your two successes.
I look up from the screen, stand back to the door in the door frame. Why did you give one of your customers this one? And I walk over with the KIA on full zoom to Leia. Why did you give her such a big discount? Who is she? What does she mean to you?
Oh my God! That's clearly an accounting error. Oh, my eyes! It must have been difficult to see.
Better another one.
How could anybody have gotten such a great? I hope she doesn't resell them to somebody else for their full value. That would be a shame. Oh my God! I have to be more careful. Clearly,
you have to be more careful. Otherwise, you're going to be without your business. Do you realize that? Do you know what you're doing here? You have to tell us everything, and you have to tell us now. If you don't, it looks like Olsen here has taken quite a liking to some of your butterflies that seem to be dropping off the shelf. I don't know. It must be the rumbles of some of the landing spinners outside. It's just you should really sort out the walls. Maybe get a bit of suspension on your shelves. Oh, there goes another one. And I'm trying to manipulate him into telling us what he knows.
Yeah, 100%. You can try. His answer to you would be, I'm not surprised that things wind up breaking and going bad and getting destroyed when his kind have to deal with them.
Benna is loyal to the core. This washes right off her. And she just looks and says, you have to tell us what you know and how we can find these people. They need to be brought in. They need to be answerable for what they've done.
And he looks at the old man and said, there is a child in danger. And do you want a normal, regular child who has done nothing to anybody to die for some improper?
I'll allow you a manipulation roll.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Roll.
Whoa.
Nice. 2 successes.
So he'll look at you straight in the face and say, there's a child in danger?
Yes.
Oh no. You mean a real child?
A real child
has
is in
a
danger.
Physical bond to a physical person who created that child? Is that what you're describing? A real child that has been born to a real person, that has a real connection to that child through their life experiences and through their memories? Is that type of child in danger now?
Yes.
How is that any different from the memory of a child that you have implanted in your brain? That you grew up with, that you remember, that you know, and that was grabbed away from you. And why? To be able to control you? Like an animal? To be able to inflict that memory on you to control so much pain? Are you trying to tell me there's a child in danger? How many child memories were created and destroyed for the purposes of keeping children like you're describing safe?
I shake my head, flip around with the picture of the child in his face. Now listen up, blind man. This child is in danger from one of your friends that you're trying to help. All right? And it'll be her blood on your hands if you do not help her.
doesn't matter. You're already too late. And that is where we're going to move over to our second set of investigators, Willem and Percival. As you arrive, and we'll see if I put this up properly. One more scene to bring up at this point. And let's go ahead and move you to. And again, I'm not sure that you see this place necessarily yet, but we'll resolve that in short order.
No worries.
We have. All right. So, are you actually able to see the scene, or?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I can see it. Sure.
Excellent. Yeah. All right. So you do see that there, it is the Hollywood sign. It does look quite different than what you might imagine it today. The letterings are kind of faded and old. It's in terrible shape. I mean, especially given it's 2037. Some of the letters are completely fallen off. And you know that this area is called the Kipple. The slopes around it are just strewn with debris and detritus. Nothing grows here. It's like, it's not a garbage heap, but it's just unmaintained, unclean. Nobody ever comes here. Maybe teenagers every now and then to get up to mischief and stuff like that. There's craggy rocks around here on the slopes, but the view of Los Angeles is absolutely breathtaking. and perhaps from there you do see that there is a gaggle, a group of people that are up by the sign, all huddled, and it's dark, but you do see. I believe that you see some people there. If not, I will toggle them as being visible. Too far to see exactly who they are, but there are people around.
Okay. So we land the spinner. And before I get out of the car, I don't look at Percival, but I just say, do you think it's possible for someone to do the wrong thing for the right reasons?
Anything's possible.
But how do you feel about that? What do you think?
I don't know, boss. I'm still new to all this. It's just, I'm not quite sure.
And I turn and actually look at you and say, I'm asking you as a person.
Yeah, I guess it's possible.
What if somebody you care about is doing something bad, and they don't know why they're doing it?
Maybe we can help. What is it you're not telling me, boss? Where were you before you came back to the lab? Where did you go?
I think she's coming here. I think she's gonna have the kid with her. And open the door of the spinner and climb out of the car.
All right. We are going to move back to Animoid Realm. Olsen, Fenna, how are you responding to this last declaration?
Looking at. I just sigh. I'm gonna say, like, is there any other information you got off at that unit back there?
No, everything here is just the front for whatever this poor old man is doing. He could have his eyes fixed at any point he wanted, and he chooses not to because he's blind and he can't see. It's not just his eyes that are the problem. Listen, you need to tell us where they have gone, and you need to tell us now. There's been more than you will ever be able to understand what you have enabled. If you do not let us move now to where these people are taking them or where they have gone, you're going to end it all for all of us. Not just for the ones that you care about, but for all of us. They're going to pull us off the streets. They're going to put us back into factories. They're going to start taking our bits out. They're going to start looking at us to try and make us turn better. We are already better than the Nexus States. We are not going the same way. But if you let this happen, and you don't let us help, oh, you're going to make it worse for every single one of us.
Go ahead and make a manipulation roll.
Ooh.
3 successes.
He puts his hand on your shoulder. He looks at his watch, quite ironically. As you know, he doesn't need a watch. And as he does that and puts his hand on your shoulder, he reaches up to you to whisper straight into your ear. And this is what he says. My poor child, there will come a time when you want my help. And I promise I or others will be there for you, and you will know how to find us. I will tell you this now so that you can leave my shop and leave me in peace. You are already too late. The shuttle is leaving from the Kipple as we speak.
I immediately just look Olsen, grab Olsen, run to the door, straight to the spinner.
All right, I run in there and look at the old guy and say, what did he say to you?
They're moving. I don't know exactly. They're shifting people. It's a railroad. They're getting them out of here. They're going to take them away somehow, some ways. We need to get to the Kipple.
What is a Kipple?
You know that's the area where the Hollywood sign is.
Okay, well, so we head that way. I would put in like the KIA, possible suspects in near the Hollywood sign, sitting reinforcements, and I'll send something over to Novak, and it's like we might have possible information where we're going.
Ooh.
You receive that, Novak.
Okay.
How do you respond?
I don't. I think, but actually, doesn't? Is it just Novak, or is it Percival getting that as well? Interestingly, is it just Novak?
Yeah, I'll send to both of y'all. I'll just say hopefully one of y'all get it.
Okay.
I think you would have heard the call on the general channel also.
Yeah.
that something was reported in.
And as that comes
And
through,
I see it. I look at Novak and you.
And Novak's
this is what
looking
you're talking
straight
about,
at
right?
you.
You were afraid of this, yeah. I'm catching the breadcrumbs here.
yeah. She can't take the kid.
No, she can't. And as I say that, I reach down and I draw my weapon.
Okay, and
Or I go to draw. I make a motion. I'm going to draw my weapon.
yeah, yeah. I turn away from you, and I think perhaps you catch. Maybe there's a tear. Perhaps rolling down. You're not sure if it's a tear or if it's sweat. Perhaps running down Novak's cheek at that point. And he just strolls towards the He marches towards the group of people that are standing down by the sign, I think.
You can move your character to where you'd like them to be.
And as we're walking in a calm, quiet voice, I say to Novak, you know, I believe in you, boss. I trust you. I know I haven't been here long, and I may not be aware of everything that's going on, but I trust you.
Yeah, it's almost like Novak hasn't heard you as he moves off, but.
And you can see that there's a group of people gathered. There are 8 people that you can see there, and clearly amongst 2 of them, you definitely see Leia and Sarah, and she sees you coming up, and she kind of puts Sarah behind her. She's bending down and whispering something into her ear, and she looks up to you and says, "Billy, you shouldn't have come, Billy. We're gonna leave now. It'll all be okay. Sarah needs a mother. I can be that mother. I remember her. I love her. I know her. We're going to get away from here. We're going to get away from all of this. We're going to make a life for ourselves. It's all set. Nobody is ever going to have to endure what I did again."
It can't happen like that, Leia. You can't take her.
It's the only way. You know what's going to happen to her here in LA? The systems she's going to go through? I'm her best chance
You killed
at
her
a
mother.
great life. Shh.
I'm moving closer as I'm doing
Okay.
that. I haven't
Yeah.
drawn my gun, but I'm
Sure.
moving closer.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
sorry, Greg.
as they're talking, so I was going to ask, looking at the contour map, so how open is this? Is this like thick brush, or is it
No,
somewhat...
it's all pretty much open. Everybody, you can see everybody. Everybody can see you. It is steep. They're on it. You are disadvantaged. You are on the disincline, and as you do that, you could see that actually, as the conversation doesn't seem to be going her way, she does seem to be moving past these people and heading towards the end of the road.
Oh, the child. Is that a kid? The kid's moving, or both?
And the kid
Oh.
is moving with her. She's taking the kid.
All right, so I'm going to try to peel across this ridge, this slope.
Yeah.
Since because Novak, you're continuing down the path, you said, right?
That was my plan. Yeah.
As you do that, you see these people are coming up. They look like they are a little bit, frightened themselves, but they seem to be moving forward. They are you could see all sorts of different people, with perhaps different reasons for being there, but they are it's looking like things are getting complicated, and they are a little concerned also. There's movement, there's shifting.
Yeah, I still haven't drawn my gun. I'm holding my hands out kind of in front of me, but I'm trying to keep up with Leia.
Do you want to come with? I have one more space. I know you're a good detective. There is space for you. I got them to get you a ticket just in case. They knew you'd understand. Hey, that's far enough. You leave us alone. We've been through enough. Other guys are getting a little bit bolder.
Yeah. Why?
This doesn't involve you. This police business. Just
There's cops. The cops are here.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm not going to reach into my pocket for my badge, I don't think, just yet, because that might lead to problems. I don't know if Percival's going to do something like that, but I just calling out across. These guys are speaking. I'm just going to call across above them. I just want to know why.
Because she was real to me. Because I wanted a life. I wanted a life with you. We could still have one. But if not, I'll take care of her.
You killed your partner.
I'll take care of Dina. Don't worry. I have Dina. That's all that matters.
And I'm moving closer. Each time I'm trying to move closer to her. I'm holding my hands out. It's not Dina.
Dina, Sarah. I'll take care of
Sarah.
Sarah. I'll take care of Sarah. Sarah, don't you want to come with me? We're going to go to the place of our dreams. This is Hollywood. This is where all their dreams come true.
Oh, there we go. So, how is the kid reacting, actually?
She's a very small kid. So she's not... I mean, she seems very comfortable around here. She doesn't like the shouting back and forth. And it does seem like that Leah's doing her best to kind of shield her from that type of conversation.
Okay, right. I need you to come with me, Leia.
I was going to say the same thing to you. I need you to come with me.
I'm looking back at Percival. What's Percival doing?
Percival is sneakily creeping up on the GM and trying to go around without me noticing.
He's like, I'm not doing anything, sir.
It looks like he's going down to an area
nothing to
deeper
see
on
here.
that I wouldn't see him coming up.
Nothing to see here. Pay no attention to this pencil neck. I'm watching. I'm just following Novak's lead and just keeping an eye on this. Just trying to take it all in and unsure about what Novak is going to do or not do. So now I got Michael Chiklis coming up on me here up the slope. Great. This fine gentleman down here.
Oh, I'm sorry. You see him. I apologize. You're not supposed to.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologize. That's why.
He's like the
yes,
sniper or something. Or
and he's just not.
pay no attention to him.
He's
not
no
there.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
the
kinda-
moonlight
I
shining,
apologize.
reflecting off
I
his head.
prepared it in advance this time so people wouldn't have to wait. And look at what I
Nope,
did.
it's good.
So he is
yeah, so no,
unseen there. If you do want to make an observation roll to see if anybody's around the area, I'll give you that. You can certainly do that. If you roll a success, you will see him there.
No, that's fine. So I'm trying to look as non-combative as possible, but being ready and again just following Novak's lead, because there's just a lot I'm taking in here in a very short amount of time.
So while this is happening, you notice that there is a light up in the sky. It looks pretty far away, but it is approaching rather quickly. And the light is getting larger, and it's coming down.
Oh.
As you notice that, let's say Fenna and Olsen, let's go ahead and bring you into the picture as you put your sirens on.
Hey, Carol Ann, don't go into the light.
Let's complicate these things even further.
Yeah.
With more things, because we're gonna have to end soon anyways, and then go into number 5. But no, we will.
Yes, this is all the same shift, right?
Episode
bring them
5 in 2025, folks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll have you landing here. However, as you do land and get out of your spinners, the next thing that you see coming out is a spinner transport. And that spinner transport is coming down hard and landing fast.
Oh shit! Not these
close proximity to where you are going to be.
Are these assholes we fought last time, getting blown up or something?
You know what? I'm gonna say you notice that with your keen eyesight that the torpedo tubes have been replenished on this one. It's not like there's an empty torpedo. So you don't know if it's the same one or a different one. It's the same one that they replenished. You just don't know.
That's not good.
No. It's the very opposite of good. Okay. Is that what the light was that's coming down, or is that the shuttle?
No, that's you. If you're distracted by the light up there,
Yeah.
you don't even notice Fenna and Olsen
That's cool.
on the other side having already landed and being there.
I look over to Finna, says hey, you see that over there? I'm gonna deal with these things.
Oh, well, our turn to get hit. Let's go.
Well, hey, is there any way that we can rig our spinner to run into the other one?
I'm not going to complicate things now by having you go into spinners and doing spinner chases. We're going to say that the characters that have been out there, if I can bring them back from the other thing, that would have been fantastic, but I'm not sure that I could. But we're going to say that they're on the ground, black, difficult to see, approaching quickly up the hill. And I'll put them... Oh, I should add more. I see. It's counter 2. I will bring them into here for us. Yeah, we'll bring...
So, is there any chance I can contact Novak and it's hey, we got incoming hopefully towards away from the other fucks we had dealt with earlier?
Yeah, sure. You can let them know that
Yep.
there's more fun and people on the run and stuff for sure.
Yeah, we got more inbound your way.
Seeing that as well, I call in to dispatch or whoever I need to speak to in order to let them know that we've got a lead on the Lilith Lab combatants. So yeah, just phone in and
Okay, yeah. I mean, you've already called in reinforcements. I think Olsen did, right?
Yeah, I did. I'd say no reinforcement to the Hollywood side.
Oh, did you do that? Sorry.
Yeah, he did that already.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Because
Yeah, so
why
I
not
think,
make my life more difficult?
Wow.
so I was I start walking slowly down there, gun in hand, kind of out of distance, kind of like not seen, but just enough where I have it already drawn.
All right, very good.
So
Me
we've
seeing
had-
the light. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, me seeing the light. I look back at Novak and I kind of give him this look of what are you gonna do?
All right. As
Having already
we're
said
gonna
he
have,
absolutely trusts
Fenna
you, right?
go
You're
down
just-
and Baker stop, because if there's going to be movement, there's going to be movement. There'll be movement from everybody.
Yeah, it's a big shit show.
The fucking like firefight.
and
Like
and we
Wild West
will,
West.
yeah, and we will start to roll. I think initiative at this point as the moon bus lands. So this is going to be a good time for initiative.
Good way to end it, right?
Right.
Yeah, let's do this.
End it. I don't like the way you said that.
All right. So looks like. Oh, did it not roll for Willem? It's weird.
I'm trying to recall how we
we're not,
roll.
We're
for
not in the.
initiative.
Yeah. So what everybody needs to do first is right click over your token, and then hit the cross swords and shield symbol to add yourself into the initiative.
Oh, no, I've done that already, I thought.
No.
Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Sorry. Oh, that's why. Okay. I
Oh
should
no,
have
you
done
did.
that.
Didn't
Right.
you?
So roll and we'll roll.
Go.
Roll.
Yeah. Well, actually, we might be in there twice now.
Oh, that's fine. You guys can go
Yeah.
twice for every one time that everybody else goes. We'll see how that works.
Because we're that cool.
Yeah, that's
we're
right.
That good.
Oh, okay, so Underground Replicant here is going to be making his way towards, let's say, Moonbus.
Oh no.
We're going to begin the combat, sorry. We have to go all the way down first to go all the way up. Underground Replicant is going to make her way
There's a
there
lot
as well.
lot of tokens in there, my friends.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. Sarah, we know, is going with mommy. So all these guys are going there. However, Wallace hit squad. They're not going anywhere. They will be firing.
Oh.
So I think
cover
that
fire from above.
did it. And yeah, so that'll be firing from. And that will miss. Okay, go back up here. Leia is like, it's now or never. You're staying or you're going. And she moves obviously up. And a Wallace hit squad guy is going to be important. Target here. Oh, and that's a good hit. So
Here we
that
go
means,
again.
Olsen, you've taken, I think, 2 points of damage. It should have already been reflected. Olsen, it is now your turn.
I love that. Oh, it's a good hit.
So I got shot. Did they shot at me and I took 2 points damage?
I believe so. We could check
Yeah.
that, but
If you check on your character sheet.
yeah, it looks like it already took the health off of you. Yeah.
Okay. It's like, what the fuck are they shooting at us? It's like,
All right. So you know what? I'll say that the commander says, "Remember, no witnesses," before they start shooting at you. If that helps.
That's why they're shooting.
I'm gonna run over to Skimmer and I'm gonna see if I can try to run him over with it.
I'm sorry.
Like my thought, it was just either like try to fight these guys or just get in the Skimmer and use the Skimmer to run him over with it.
Well, you'd have to get to it, right?
Yeah, so he's basically the Olsen runs back to the Skimmer so she can get inside.
All right. Okay. We'll let you. Get into that. That's for sure. Okay. That's great. So you're right now heading towards Europe. That's fine. Heading closer to them. So we'll do something there. Percival, what would you like to do?
with the sound of the gunfire higher up the hill, how's the gaggle responding?
They're moving towards the moon bus.
Oh,
They're all rushing towards the moon bus. The moon bus has landed.
Okay.
oh,
so that
great.
light has come down
And what's
then-
the approx? Is that like over here somewhere?
Yeah, let's
Up here
situate
amongst
that.
the,
It's going to be in one of the open areas. We'll call it. You know what? We'll say it's here.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
It's
perfect. Okay.
Like
Oh,
this
boy.
was this was where the thing went to. So you know what? Actually, you know what? Let's make it more interesting. Let's put it behind the sign. There, people have to scramble through.
Downhill. I like it.
Uphill for them, but anyways, yes. Because remember, you see Hollywood, like you see LA from there. It's a beautiful vista there.
Oh, I thought we were uphill from them though. So we're all going to be heading downhill towards the transport.
No, the transport is a little bit uphill behind
Oh,
the
okay.
sign.
So yeah, so
And
the
the-
direction
okay.
that we are, that's where the
Oh crap! Okay, I thought we were up above.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were uphill, not downhill. Okay, that changes things tactically. All right, I'm gonna yell out. Well, not yell. I just everybody stay where you are. Nobody's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, they
And
got me. Yeah,
like Naked Gun, 2.5 when the explosives go off in the fireworks factory. Nothing to see here. Everybody go home. There's nothing.
and I'm gonna try. So how many of how far could I move looking at these contour lines in one action? Let's say, because there is some steepness here.
We're playing fast and quick with the rules. You can make it.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
I'm if I need to, I'll just do a drop and roll down the hill here,
Okay.
but
You're still going uphill that way, but that's fine.
or uphill. I'm sorry. So yeah, so trying to climb up. I have not. I've got my hand on my weapon, but
Mhm.
I've not drawn it.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't want to hurt these folks. They don't have any
Mhm.
weapons that I can see. And Leia does or doesn't have a weapon that we can see.
You don't see a weapon.
Okay.
You don't see one.
And she has a hold of Sarah, or
Actually,
Sarah.
you know what? Would you see? Yeah, you might. Yeah, she would be smart enough that if she has one, you don't see it now.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
she
she's
wouldn't
got
want
a
to.
hold of Sarah pulling her
Yeah, she
along.
doesn't want to scare Dina with a gun.
Yeah, I'm not going to take any more action than that at this point.
Okay,
I might
Detective
regret that.
Novik.
As soon as I hear the gunshot, I am rushing up the hill towards Leia and Sarah. And I'll kind of be trying to grab her to kind of cover them both so that
Okay.
they're not going to get shot. And I'm moving them towards the gap in the sign here to get around the back towards
Alright.
where the shuttle is, yeah?
Okay. All right. At that point, you're gonna hear a man come here. Don't shoot! I give up! I give up! And you see Styles from back here. Don't shoot, officer! I admit I did it. I did it. You know what I did. I killed them. I'm the murderer. Take me in.
Is he in front of Novak
He's
and
between the legs and
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of you,
yeah.
and like, so you can see the legs of the sign. You can clearly see him. He's not obscured. The moon bus is kind of right beside him. Let everybody else go. Come on, guys. Come on, get into the moon bus. You're okay.
Yeah.
I give up. I'm the one.
I'm ignoring him.
Yep.
Yeah, and kind of pushing my way. I'm just kind of, as I say, I'm trying to cover them. So if anybody's shooting from up the hill, down the
Okay,
hill.
there's nobody from up the hill. They're all from down. But yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
down the
fair
hill.
enough.
Sorry, if the hit squad, if you like. If any of those start shooting, I'm trying to cover their bodies with my own.
Okay.
You know,
Very good.
Cop stuff.
All right. Excellent. So Wallace guy, he's gonna quickly fire at Olsen, who seems to be charging them for whatever reason. And he will, oh, yeah, you're gonna charge me. Then they'll happily oblige. And that's another solid hit, single one, which means you lose 2 more health. And last one for that before Fenna gets to move. Is a Miss Fenna. And they all move up.
Fenna, is it?
Yeah.
What was the spinner right here? We parked it.
Yeah.
I started you off there, so it's not. It'll be around the area, which is fine.
Fenna is up.
Fenna's turn.
Right. Fenna is totally rattled by what the butterfly blind guy said. She does not want these. She wants the evidence of. She wants things to be fixed. She doesn't want any loose ends. She doesn't want anything to not be tied up. And as far as she's concerned, letting somebody get away with murder, especially a replicant, that needs to be sorted. That needs to be fixed. And she would be willing to die in trying to sort that. So she's going to run up the hill.
All right, go ahead.
And she's charging like at full, like whatever her mobility is, up
You
the
roll
hill.
your mobility, then we'll see how far you do go.
Yeah. Like she wants to stop. She wants to stop this bus from leaving. That's 2 successes.
Yeah, 2 successes. That's right. Well,
Can Fenna shoot out the bus? Is it? Would she know that she could stop the vehicle from moving by shooting it? Would she know that?
oh, it's a rather large.
Right.
Yeah, it would probably take. Plus,
okay.
depending on what weapon you have, I mean, if it's sonic, it's likely not going to do much against that. You'd have to use a high explosive round or something.
Does her
And come to think of it, you didn't spend any of your shifts requisitioning any equipment for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, it's Sonic. Yeah, okay, right. So that's fine.
Ouch.
So she's gonna run up, right? Is she getting as far as she needs to up that
That's
hill?
fine. Yeah, you can get to there, I guess, with 2 successes.
And she is able to see her target. I guess up there in the light. She doesn't immediately. She's looking for a woman. She's not looking for men. She's not looking for women, and she pulls out. She pulls out her DK9 whatever, and just shouts, "Leia, don't move!
Oh, shit.
You can't."
You're under arrest. Yeah.
Yeah, you're under arrest. Exactly.
One of your own, really? Remember?
Yeah.
She is LAPD. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but
Very
she's
nice.
also she
right.
knows what to score. She's rep.
Okay.
She's it.
But as I see Fenna advance and hear that, it's like, no, hold it, let Novak handle it. Hold on.
Oh, bless you, Percival.
It's gonna end poorly, but we don't know which, right? How
yeah.
poorly for whom.
It could be 100%. Okay, so we're gonna move to the next round, and I guess re-roll initiative for everybody. I love it that you never know when you're going to be in initiative for the next round. It's one of the things I love about this game, because it allows so much more possibilities.
Yep.
So Dina gets to move, and Styles is there. Okay, it's okay. Come. And so she'll look towards Leah. Leo's quick. And so Sarah is getting into the moon bus, and so we'll call her here in the moon bus, and I will have the moon bus prepared for you if necessary. let's see. This one is over here. Yeah, this one sees Fenna grabbing a gun, and he's going to come up and he's going to try to grapple you and kind of get the gun away from you. Again, he doesn't look like he's dangerous. He doesn't look like he has any weapons per se. Looks maybe a little worse for wear as a person or whatever he is. So he's going to be engaged with you, and is going to try to do a special attack to wrestle the gun away from you. Yeah, you can ignore the. You know what? Actually, he does have maybe an unarmed attack. Now, because he did
So
do
close.
an unarmed attack, you can, if you like, get a free attack back at him.
A free attack.
I believe so. I believe that there is.
I will take that free
and
attack.
Mark, you remind me if I'm wrong, because I think if somebody
it's
attacks you,
Just
it's
try and
like-
shove him.
it's like a
shove him
kind
back.
of a defense back. Yes,
Yeah. Is that hand to hand, is it?
yes, it is. And you can target him if you want by putting the target on him.
Yeah, I miss him.
Yeah, but yeah, ineffective. I mean, you were taken a little bit by surprise. He came from behind. You shouldn't have even gotten the defense attack back because of it. So it worked out this way. First of all, what are you doing next? Jerome?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna. Oh man.
You got to think on your feet in this game. I tell you. It's
Yeah,
not,
I know, and I'm so ineffective here, the forensic guy. I'm. You know what? I'm gonna try to dash straight through here. I don't know how far I can get, maybe to here or whatever, because I see the child in Styles, and so I just try to make a dash.
Okay, so you're going to need a mobility roll to make it through the other person. Otherwise, that person will have stopped you.
Okay.
God help me if I'm playing these rules.
And regular or disadvantage or.
No, we'll just give you a regular for this one. Yeah, you are blocked from
I'm gonna
moving
push.
forward.
Can I
Yeah.
push it? All right. See if I
Yeah,
fall down the hill.
in
If I
fact, I'd
fail.
like you to because you've already taken damage. So I think you take 2 damage. for
Okay,
that.
so I failed it, so I lost my footing and rolled down the hill.
Or you can, as we wish it. Point of damage from that. It looks like these
Yeah.
people are kind of really they're trying to get away. They're trying to protect their own. I mean, that's a clear sense that you're getting from this.
What is wrong with you people? We have to stop. That child can't leave.
And let's see if Wallace is able to stop Olsen from. Well, she do a. You know what? Should be able to do a different one here, but I'm not gonna bother with it. There is. All right. Fenna.
Fenna is continuing forward towards her target, which is
All right. If you're basically going in proximity or trying to go through people, please roll your mobility. And I'd say if you're trying to go through the 3 people in front, you're going to roll at a disadvantage.
There we go.
Oh, you get through, you
Fenna
bowl
does
through.
not-
Two successes.
And everybody's like hurt, so you move yourself forward.
That's her there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hold the gun. Oh wait, at that point I see Novak, right?
You do.
Yeah, Novak is kind of like holding her around. Like he's kind of like you turn around. You just thought maybe he was another person that was there, and you turn around and you see him like kind of protecting.
I pull the gun out and I put it up to her. And as I'm looking, I said, "You're coming in with me." And then, like, at that point, I'm seeing, I guess, with the gun out and against her head, I'm seeing Novak because you're right on our other side, and I'm like, what? I'm just like looking at her, and I just say, Willem?
And as she does that, I guess I will wait until my next turn before I do whatever I can. But I'm going to try and I basically shove my arm up to kind of knock the gun out of the way. That'll be what my action will be.
Fen, are you going to allow that, or is it going to be contested?
I mean, it's not my go yet, so
it's not your go, but you are. It is kind of a melee.
Okay.
Where you are. We're gonna play fast.
It's my go next.
The rules, so it's we will allow that kind of like as a defensive of what you're doing. I think it makes sense within the rules. If
she would by default, having been taken by such surprise, she would still be in an offensive mode, so she wouldn't immediately yield, but it depends on she wouldn't just like let it go because it's like super quick. It's all happened so fast.
Coincidentally, then I will say it's because it is Willem's next person turn. So go ahead and take your action. It just fortuitously.
It's hand to hand at this point, right?
The gods of
the initiative
encounter. Just did me that favor that I don't have to bend rules now.
Would it be hand-to-hand combat?
It would be hand-to-hand combat. It would be either a.
I'm not intending to actually harm.
No.
Fenner,
so
obviously.
this is called a special attack.
Okay.
And one of the special attack options, and it's page 68, is you can wrestle a handheld item from your opponent's grasp. You can keep the item or throw it into an adjacent zone as part of the attack.
I think. Move. I mean, I want it kind of just knocking out of her hand. I don't.
Yeah, so it would be.
I don't want to kind of throw it away because I know there's some bad guys coming and she'll need the gun. I'm just trying to stop her from shooting. So it's a special attack. Is it? Do I just declare that's what I'm doing and then roll as normal, or is there any modifier?
No, it's a regular unarmed.
Hand to hand.
Hand to hand. Sorry.
Come on. I got one.
You succeed. The question is, will he get a? Yeah. So if this is Fenna, if this is an issue that you are surprised and taken aback, I'm going to let the success go. If you tell me that this is more like you're actively engaged and weren't surprised by this, then I will let you roll to kind of recover from it, or not have the gun.
Yeah, no, I would have been expecting perhaps Leia to resist, but in that regard, thinking that I had the drop on her, but now realizing that the hand that was round her shoulder is coming up in a way she wouldn't have seen that. She's watching Leia, she's taken by surprise.
All right, fair enough. So Underground Replicant is going into Moonbus. So we'll put that there. Wallace Hit Squad is going after. Don't go into that car! No, nobody escapes. No witnesses.
It's a little bit different than last night.
Somebody is lucky.
Come on, Olsen.
Olsen taking on 1-on-4. The combatants are like, what's this? What's this cop doing?
Yeah.
Ducks in a row. All right. Actually, Fenna, are you doing anything? Well, actually, they weren't grappled and all, but I'll. You know what? For fairness' sake, I'll do the mobility roll to see if there's any any question. No, there's no question that he can do that. Olsen, your turn.
I get
Maybe
into
in the nick of time.
Yeah, I jump into the spinner, turn it on, and just book it.
Okay, so you're in the spinner and turning it on now. You're still there for a bit, but don't worry. It's probably the proper thing to do to run away as quickly as you can and leave everybody else here. That works good. All right, and this Wallace hit squad will be going for the car. So there's no disadvantage.
Oh.
And it's a double hit on the spinner. So your spinner is starting to take some spray and pray type of things happening. You feel a rat-a-tat of machine guns on there. And Leia's turn. Willem, she looks at you. You know she's ready, and she's close.
Yeah.
And she starts to pull away to move into the moon bus. Your hand is still around her, so you still can be physically restraining her, or you can also actually have just been, hitting Fenna, so you knock the gun down.
Yeah, I let her go, I think. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I was basically shielding her. So as I knocked the gun away, I guess Leia can break away and run for the bus.
And so she does. And she runs up to the bus, and she whispers to you, I had it twice, and I forget the name again, but it's right here. She whispers to you, I think, something that she had mentioned before, which was the name of the planet that she was going to make her new life.
Oh, Arcadia, was it?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So she says, "Come to Arcadia," and moves there. And with that, Styles, you should still be seen, coming up and saying, I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. And that is the end of the second round. Now, in round 3, the moon bus is lifting off. So I want to know from our players, what are our players looking to do with their third round actions? Let's say they had the option to go first.
Ooh. Yeah.
And as you hear the police sirens coming from the distance, from Elysium way back there, and you could see them speeding up towards you.
I think Novak is basically, he just kind of forlornly watches this thing lifting off into the air, just kind of staring at it as it goes up, at the lights on it.
And should anybody close to you try to do anything to stop it, would that be changing your action, or you're just going to leave things? And you don't have to answer that. You can answer that after I hear from other people.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, I think it would definitely be dependent on what everybody else was planning.
Fenna, you recover from the shock of having Willem knock the weapon out of your hand. And you see that the moon bus is full and getting ready for liftoff.
She knows that she can't damage. She doesn't want to have any collateral people hurt, so she runs. She will sprint and try and get onto that bus.
Okay. All right. So I will allow you to do that. You will be having to make a mobility roll to get by Styles. So that is fine. Percival, what is your next move?
I mean, being true to character, trying to be, I'm going. I basically would come up just off of Novak's flank, and looking up the hill and just, I don't know, just kind of watching. I mean, because I feel at this point there's not much I can do. There's going to be some really complicated paperwork that hopefully I won't have to fill out. But
you still have the paperwork from the murder, from like that.
Right,
exactly,
all of that paperwork,
exactly.
yeah.
But this is beyond me, and yeah, I just, I mean, I trust Novak, so I.
Case Files 2. Finish the paperwork from Case Files 1. All right.
So, yeah, I mean, I can move myself up if you want.
It's up to you. There are still people firing at your direction weapons. I mean, we can.
Yeah, as I see Fenna, running up the hill and trying to be heroic, and me, I'm just like, yeah, it's a loss. These people are trying to find happiness. Damn it.
All right, and Olsen, you are in the car. The car is beginning to take damage. Sorry, the spinner is taking damage.
Yeah,
you are bowling over these people, I understand? Or you?
Well, originally I was, but as I seeing everybody else getting shot at, I'm gonna fly it out here, use it as a shield with me not facing them, and have the spinner take the damage for them, so they won't get shot at.
Okay. Very good. All right. So we're gonna say that all those things happen, and Fenna owes me a mobility roll.
Oh, I don't know if I try and stop her.
Ooh,
Oh,
3
I'm not-
Successes.
That'll be a no then.
That is heroic.
Fenna, you make it. You
Fenna?
get into the moon bus
Go,
just
Fenna.
in time as the moon bus lifts off.
Oh, shit.
Rather she didn't get tackled by everybody else in there. Like, hold her down.
Well, I mean, I could. To be fair, I could roll for Styles, but I highly doubt Styles. I'm gonna get 3. I'll see, but it's that's a lot of. Let's see, what stat would that be?
Awesome.
We'll see.
Would it be?
We'll see.
1.
Yeah, close. So he mitigates 1. So, all right, with your 2 successes, we'll say, since it's not 3, where do you want to be, Fenna?
I want to be on the bus.
You are on the bus.
Oh, sure.
As it lifts off, I will remind you, you have no weapon.
Yep.
Okay, and about 8 other replicants there with you.
Yeah.
All refugees wanting to go. So I think, you know what, we are going to end this part of the adventure. It's quite possible there might have to be a Case Files 1 Part B to resolve Fenna being in this moon bus heading towards a new paradise, perhaps.
Super
I
happy
know.
with that. That's great. ending.
Fenna turns, smiles, and waves goodbye to her
Exactly.
colleagues.
The Aurelian has already made his impact on her, and she decided that this was her ticket out after all. Somehow I do not think that was the postscript of this, nor Fenna's intention at all.
However,
Unless we have an
Fenna,
epilogue.
yeah, Fenna definitely is. Firstly, she doesn't want any collateral damage, so she's not going to do anything rash. And secondly, she is a master of espionage. So she's been trained. So she's yep. That's it. That's all you know.
Oh,
That's all you know.
Yeah. So
All right, so yes, this is actually really good. So, what it means is that, Croy and I are going to be able to continue this game and have more fun one-on-one while we resolve all these situations of
It'd be
you
like a
being a
0.5
spy
where they're just-
and stuff. But I think what I would like is maybe a little bit of an epilogue What happens in the aftermath of all of this for each of the players, and what has been discovered? And I know it's late for everybody here, but in the interest of closure, I would like to know how people see this ending for themselves.
I mean, for me, I would say that I would get out the other side to hopefully keep these guys off the rest of the team until reinforcement comes in.
So yes, so the police come. These guys take off long before. You see that there is a smoke bomb dropped from their spinner vehicle, which obscures their escape back. You can fire at a few. Any that you hit or kill will be dragged by their comrades back into the spinner
he
transport.
just take a shot at him, because as they shot me, he's going to take a few shots at him.
Outside of the spinner window?
Yep.
Okay, cool. But big picture story. The case. What happens with the case? What happens with Olsen Baker?
With Olsen Baker, he wants to heal up, but he also wants to figure out is that he will probably take a case and see if he can go find the child.
Okay, so you're gonna continue on like an Interpol type thing and try to be involved with, finding the child that was taken off Earth.
Yep.
Okay, very nice. And how does it continue for Percival?
Percival comes up, puts his hand on Novak's shoulder, and says, "I guess that was the way is to be, right, boss? Again, I trust your judgment. I'm good with how this went down."
And Fenna, I'm not going to say poor Fenna at this point because we know her epilogue is going to be long and storied. But I will say that out of every partner that has tried to get out of working with Willem Novik, Fenna has succeeded in a splendid fashion to get out of working with Willem Novik. And again, Willem Novik has yet again lost another one of his partners, in one fashion or another. And Willem, the main protagonist, antagonist, I don't know, the storied creature who didn't know anything about his history when he came in and had to endure anguish and strain and moral dilemmas. He played Blade Runner spectacularly, capturing all of the nuance and essence and the feel of it. What happens with Detective Novik?
It really depends on the report of Percival and Olsen, I guess. Really, mainly Percival, because Olsen probably wasn't as aware of certain things. Percival would have seen Novak knock the gun out of Fenna's hand. He would have seen Novak kind of protecting.
So
as well.
Is Percival's last report on the official files that after being admonished by Chief Inspector Holden to go back to the hospital with Novik right away, that immediately after visiting the crime scene at the memory lab, you proceeded to bring yourself and William Novik back to the hospital, where you stayed throughout the whole period of whatever transpired after that? Or
That might be a bit of a difficult.
so big
I'm trying to remember if we submitted, if we had reported in that we were at the Kipple.
We didn't.
We didn't. So yeah, we were at the hospital. I wanted to make sure my boss was getting patched up properly. So yeah, it was Olsen and Fenna that went, spearheaded the response. Sorry, Olsen. I know you dragged me to safety at the lab, but
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and I did save your asses when I get shot up again.
You
This
did.
wasn't-
You did.
Well,
So we're eternally grateful. So I guess if it all checks out and if nobody looks too deeply into it, then I guess Novak, he goes along with that. He probably stays with the Force for a while. But he's not himself afterwards, I don't think. And maybe a couple of months later, he disappears. And perhaps maybe he was somebody matching his description might have been spotted entering a shuttle heading off world somewhere. But you know, it's very nondescript. It could have been anyone, right?
yeah, you know, and I think, first of all, thanks to everybody here except for Croy, who really did their best and helped me finish this on time, whereas Croy came this close to a fifth session, but, you know, realizing the time, I guess everybody was being super cooperative. I will say during the closing credits of this movie and everything, there is a scene that we are witnessing in Chief Inspector Holden's office, where he calls Novik into the... Come here, come in! Novik goes in and sits down, and he sees that sitting down already in Holden's office is a young officer, rather pretty, obviously a replicant, and Holden goes, Novik, I'd like to introduce you to replicant model BRNDA, codename Brenda. She's going to be your new trainee and partner, and you'll be working with her from now on.
It didn't change anything.
He just traded.
So thank you all very much for sticking around and watching. For all our loyal fans that have waited a year for us to finish this Blade Runner.
No, well, how long is it been for episode 2?
Exactly. Well, you know what, Angie, I promised. Here it is.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
finally break it.
Yay!